get 100 M's, nigga, I ain't kidding. I'm on a mission, 24/7, 365, until I reach the heavens.
Yo, what's good? What's happening, y'all? Straight? I hope everybody doing good on this weekend, this Saturday night at 10 p.m. Checking in. Welcome back to the Lit House. Welcome back to the Lit House. Whatever you do, make sure you keep the light within you shining bright. You feel me? Fuck that shade. Get paid, and that's every single motherfucking day. And never forget to create a positive impact today and later. And do it capital. And you gotta know real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Whole ass niggas gonna talk about it and fuck niggas gonna hate. Regardless. I promise you that. So do your shit to the motherfucking fullest. You feel me? I don't give a fuck what they think. And you shouldn't either. Excuse me. Excuse me. And with that being said, I just put my daughter to bed. Well, at least she just fell asleep successfully. So now we back live. Round of applause for me for being a better father than I thought I would be. You know what I'm saying? And you could do better too, nigga. You should do better too, nigga. Cause them motherfuckers ain't asked to be here, you feel me? You might have got trapped. You might have got set up, nigga. But still, nigga, they didn't ask, nigga. You might have asked for something that ended up in a result of them being here, nigga. I didn't. But you might have. All right, what's wrong with the world today? What is wrong with the world today? There's a lot of shit going on. There's a lot of shit wrong with the world today. On the brink of World War III. Blueface still ain't got his money from that boxing match. He supposed to got 300 bands. They're trying to fuck that man out of his money. They finna go to court about that shit. Soulja Boy humiliates Kai. Why? Why would Soulja Boy want to humiliate Kai like that? 18 shots fired. He called his cousin for help. Then they killed him. See, that's exactly why I don't even show up all the time for certain shit. Now, if this was my cousin, I'm probably I'm still coming. Bitch, I gotta analyze the situation first, my nigga. Nigga gotta analyze the situation first. 18 shots fired? That's fucked up. Let's see what the fuck this about.
If you have a crack like this, well, you have a problem. Today, I'm learning how a cracked wall might mean your foundation is sinking.
It always points towards the area where it's sinking. For example, this corner here, we're down almost a full inch of drop.
Right, so that's going down and that's causing the crack.
Correct. And then this door, they don't even use that door anymore. It cannot open.
Schedule a free inspection with Alpha Foundations, a groundworks company. And tell them Mike sent you.
Nope. I'm definitely not telling them that. Why the fuck would I tell them some shit like that? All right, let's get to this shit right man. Let's get to it. I thought you knew.
How that nigga Kyson that hit 1 million subscribers and just lost his mind. I'm like, damn, that was my boy too. I'm like, damn, he's really be going crazy in it. I hope that I never get to a point in my life to where I'm printing out hate comments and putting them on my phone. Guys, I want to show you guys. Yo, Kai, you pissing me off. I used to struggle with. Shut the up for niggas get on your ass. I'll make you struggle with some shit. I ain't seen shit yet.
Soulja Boy is beefing with Kyson.
Why?
Shout out to D Green with this, man. Hey.
So damn, bro. When Kai said he quit streaming, he really meant it. This man has not streamed in 6 months. That's literally half a year. Kai Cenat really got 1 million subs and says, you know what, I'm done. Remind you, most of those niggas completely forgot they're subscribed to Kai, and they're losing money every month for no reason, bro. Like, what is Kai's current sub count, bro?
Wait a minute.
Kai still has 28,000 subs. And he has not streamed in 6 years. 6 months. Bro, y'all do the math on how much money he made last month by not even streaming, bro. Bro, that's at least like 150,000 for doing nothing. Now, remind you, most of these niggas just completely forgot they're still sub, bro. And it looks like no other than Soulja Boy is not happy that Kai Cenat quit.
Brought to you by the man D Green. Why am I selling my dog D Green? Shout out to D Green, eh?
Thank you.
You know what I be thinking about though?
Shout out that with D Green.
Kyson that hit 1 million subscribers and just lost his mind.
Okay, so I'm not gonna even lie. Remember when I said this was a beef? This is definitely a one-sided beef. I don't think Kai has ever said anything about Soulja Boy, bro. Respectfully. But y'all know Soulja Boy goes in on everybody. Remember he was beefing with DDG?
I don't think you know how the music industry works, doodle garbage.
He was even beefing with Illuminati.
Are we living in a dream?
And now he's beefing with Kai Cenat. One-sided beef.
I be thinking about that
That
shit
nigga
though,
want some
gang. I
attention.
be like, damn, what the nigga had a hate wall. Hey, that's when I knew shit was out of hand. That nigga, yo, Kai, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You my nigga and all that, but what?
A color designer in Italy, 600-year-old villa.
That nigga said we in a 600-year-old villa. Yo, Kai, help! Wake up!
Everything gets a little bit older. But I want to show you guys
What the?
Hate. Embracing hate doesn't find ways to weaponize it.
It's February 12th, and this is in Italy. It's too late for this chat.
Too late for the
Too late for this nigga. He's lost. I don't think we might not get this nigga back.
I
Jules with the 100 bitch
used
going
to
up.
struggle with like caring about what people
Ain't getting that nigga back.
So I got a hate wall.
Oh my God, bro. Like, something need to be, I don't know what need to be said about this, but something. What the did y'all do to the game? What the did y'all do to this nigga gang?
Outsmart the market with Base 44 super agents.
set up in seconds
But
and
yeah,
ready to
got a
go.
hate wall.
Want to know what your competitors are up to? Super agents will scrape, dig, and summarize exactly what
Man,
you
I
need.
hope that boy all right. Well, I know he all right. As long as you got
They
some
say
money
you
like
can't
that, boy,
leave
you
the
gonna be
country.
all
I ain't
right.
gonna even lie. I could jump on the jet right now and leave and go anywhere in the world I want to. I don't know what the fuck you talk about. You little ass nigga in my chat at 2 a.m. in the morning, nigga, go suck a dick. I'm not catching that. I'll slap the fuck out your ass. Oh, God. And I'm not printing out your comments and putting them on my wall either. Yeah, oh God, ban that nigga. Yeah, ban him, nigga. We from the trenches. We from Cicero. We don't give a fuck about no hate, nigga. I'll smack the fuck out one of y'all little niggas. No! Hey, but all that. What the fuck did y'all do to this nigga, bruh? When it get to the point where you printing out hate comments and posting them on your wall, my nigga, that's a problem.
Of all the hate.
And he's smiling.
You use that shit for motivation.
To motivate me even more.
Yeah, that's
Embrace
real.
my flaws and find ways.
That's real now.
You know, to
That's fucked up, though. I ain't gonna lie. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. I hope I never get a point. Soldier boy. Hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe button. I hope that I never get to a point in my life to where I'm printing out hate comments and putting them on my wall, my nigga. Like, what? Y'all got going on?
That's something he want to do to
if
motivate
I ever
himself.
get to a point, nigga, where I'm printing out hate comments and putting them on the wall, nigga, I might as well kill myself. I ain't gonna even lie. Help me! Just at that point, nigga, the ops won. I look like walking around in his op comments on the wall, nigga. What the? I look like living my life around this with hate comments printed on the wall. Yo, Castanet, call me, gang. I don't know what the you got going on, my nigga, but now it's time to call Big Draco, because, nigga, this is out of pocket.
No, it ain't. Whatever you got to do to motivate yourself, nigga, do that shit. If that's motivating you to goddamn be better and go harder, goddamn it, do that shit even more. Make 4 walls, make a whole hate.
It's just like having
nigga.
a big ass ball of negative energy just on your wall, nigga. That shit might. I won't be surprised if that shit come alive and goddamn start choking this nigga in his sleep. Like, what the? You got this on your wall for, gang? Yo, Kai, if you see this clip, take that off your wall, gang. ASAP.
Fuck what them niggas say, man. I'm with you, Kai. Fuck them niggas.
Go get you a lighter and set that shit on fire immediately, nigga. What the fuck is you doing? That's how I know this got no real friends. This ain't got no real friends, nigga. What the fuck? Nigga supposed to be told him to take that
I get it,
down.
nigga. I get it. I understand that shit.
This nigga bugging.
To the fullest, my boy. For to motivate himself. Fuck that. Create a whole hate room, nigga. All 4 walls.
I want to show you guys the power to embrace hate. Embracing hate, there's a power ways to recognize it.
That bitch.
Ain't nobody online.
That motivate you more than some hating ass shit. Like, piss you off.
So they said be his friend, and I'm on Twitch. Nah, man, you know what I'm saying? I tried to be this nigga friend. This nigga copied my clothing line. Take the clothing line out.
Oh my big SODMG for Kai, you know what I'm saying? AMP.
Boom. Now this is when he's thinking in his head, okay, I need to come out with Vivette. Why I don't got my own clothing line? I aspire niggas, chat, and that's just the facts, and it's just what's going on around this. I roast this nigga, he texts me all sad and shit. It's like, bro, you can't, certain people you can't be friends with. What? Yo, this nigga Castanet is crazy, chat. What's wrong with this nigga? He said, bro, I've been having to hate on Kai for a minute now. I thought he was cool like 4 years ago. Kai got cheated on and lost his whole life. Man, I think this shit is deeper than Twitch, gang, because I've never seen a nigga act like this. Like, what the f is wrong with this? Boy, tell me. Like, you ever seen a nigga and he's pissing you off? Like, you
He
ever been
heartbreak,
riding in
man.
the car with a nigga and he's sitting like this with his face all scrunched up? And, like, nigga, what the wrong with you? Riding in the car. Hey, nigga, what the wrong? Nigga, just... This is the type of we dealing with right here, bro.
So we are currently designing an Italy 600-year-old.
Alicia, what up?
Where
it's acting like he Chico, man. He acting like he light skinned, man. Casinat, you was not light skinned. If my boy Chico was doing this shit, I'd give him a pass all day. I'm like, yo, my boy just light skinned. He cool. Nigga, you black as fuck. Why the you acting like this, twin?
So we are currently designing an Italy 600-year-old. Where
hey, let's get the speed, man. Alicia, what up? Keezy, what up?
I want to show you guys.
I want to show you guys. Yo, Kai, you pissing me off, nigga. Straight up, nigga. Stop talking like that, nigga.
Power to embrace hate.
Times two, y'all. Alicia, what up? Soldier boy, tell me. Soldier boy, tell me.
Used to struggle with.
I ain't used to struggle with. Shut the up for niggas get on your ass, nigga. I'll make you struggle with some shit. Nigga, you ain't seen shit yet, nigga.
Great.
On this motherfucking internet and crying and shit.
Like
Time to KK, what up?
So
that nigga ain't.
Hey, bro, I know y'all know what
he ain't bitched about shit. That nigga ain't cried. He ain't bitched about shit. What the nigga talking about?
You printing out hate comments and posting them on your wall, nigga. How the f is that inspiring the youth, nigga? Soldier boy, tell me. I'm about to hate on this nigga too, so he can print me out and put me on the wall, nigga. Hey, man, watch out with this shit, man.
Co-producer is going to give you unique sounds that actually fits your track in seconds. Let me show you. First, let it listen. Looking.
You know what I'm saying? Any of my fans watching this shit, you gotta keep your, you gotta, man. Yo, at the end of the day, these niggas. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be in your head like, yo, these niggas. Like, nigga, y'all, if I ever catch y'all niggas down bad like that, I'm slapping the out, nigga. On gang, I better not never see none of my niggas acting like that, nigga. I'm gonna slap the out you, nigga. Wake your ass up, nigga. What you doing, nigga? Let's go get this money. We got tours to do, nigga. We got content to make, nigga. Soldier boy, tell me. What you doing, nigga? You ain't streamed in 6 months, nigga. What is you doing, nigga? Let me tell y'all some gangster shit. The world too sensitive and it's full of ass niggas.
You ain't lie about that shit.
I'll be the first nigga to stand on business, nigga. On my mama, nigga. That's why I was the first rapper on YouTube. That's why I was the first rapper on Twitch. That's why I was the first rapper to do anything.
Sure.
They don't know what the fuck they doing.
Sure.
On my mama, nigga. Create the content, weirdo. Doing, nigga. Create the content, nigga. On gang, entertain these folks. Cause now I feel like you to finesse the whole world, nigga. Oh my mama, nigga. How the fuck get 1 million subscribers? Then you talking about I quit. What?
What?
Kennedy, what the fuck mean you quit, nigga?
Oh God, why you supposed to keep going? Job ain't finished. What you talking about?
Now I feel like you finesse me, nigga. I was subscribed to that shit too, nigga. I want my money back, nigga. On game. That nigga finesse the whole world. Nigga talking about I quit. Nigga talking about well, you quit. Nigga get what? Nigga what? Nigga what? Nigga what? Nigga what?
What?
The f mean you quit, nigga? Nah, let me stop. Let me leave these niggas alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Mental health is important, chat. You never know. He could be going crazy. But let me tell y'all some real shit. You got to snap out that type of shit. I ain't gonna lie. Anytime I feel myself going crazy, on God, the world, nigga, sometimes you got to be misunderstood, nigga. These niggas are getting in the end. If it ever go past 6 months, it's a problem. You know what I'm saying? I start going crazy. I might be in my head for 5 minutes. After the 5th minute, I'm going to say, I'm rich. everybody, and then I'm snapped back into reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, what is going on with these niggas, man? Niggas need to get in the ring, man, and get beat the fuck up. On gang, that'll knock some sense into these niggas. On gang, get in the fucking boxing ring and put some gloves on. Let's knock some sense into your motherfucking ass. On gang, I bet you after that motherfucking boxing match, your ass will be thinking back straight again, nigga. Niggas ain't got their ass whooped, and niggas need to get punched up beside their head, nigga, and knock some sense back into these niggas. On gang, bang, bong, boom, nigga gonna wake up real quick. On gang, nigga, what are you talking about? A hate wall, man. Hey, man. Get this nigga in the boxing ring ASAP. Kai Cenat, where your boxing gloves at? AMP, where these AMP niggas at, man? What y'all done did? What the way, man? Y'all got going on with Kai Cenat, man? Nigga, Duke Dennis acting like hell. Duke Dennis acting like he don't see shit. He just walking around getting all the this shit, law. Yo, homeboy going crazy, twin. That nigga Duke Dennis don't give a damn, nigga. God damn, ain't nothing to stop a beat, nigga. Y'all gonna check on this nigga? All right.
Benefit from making smart financial decisions today, like $600 for opening a new checking account with direct deposit. Visit our Tampa West Shore branch to get started. Teachers Federal Credit Union, smart for Southwest Florida, open to all.
Andrew Schultz and Theo Von just got destroyed, embarrassed, and exposed badly by the Doom Scroll podcast. They did such a good job articulating how we all feel about people like Andrew Schultz, Theo Vons, and these Johnny-come-latelys who grifted the heck out of the right wing and MAGA in 2022, 2023, 2024. They worked day and night to get Trump elected. Now Trump got elected, and they're seeing how things have went horribly wrong. And now they're on their podcast, like asking for forgiveness and all of a sudden pretending like they got a moral compass all of a sudden, when we know their only moral compass is like the money in their bank accounts. Because if their audience was resonating with their right-wing grift, if it was beneficial, if their career was going up because of it, if the audience they galvanized when they was grifting the right wing was still present, they wouldn't be out here trying to critique it and criticize it.
And look, I know I had Trump on the podcast, and I'm aware.
Explaining that.
No, but let me just clarify, because I think it is important to say, like, I know how I had him on the podcast, and when I'm talking out about this, I'm not doing it to get people to be like, oh, he's a good guy or whatever like that, or trying to get anybody on my side. I understand that this is a horrific event that happened. I objectively want to talk about it. I'm not trying to win anybody over in this.
You understand? You know the difference between right and wrong.
There's a difference between right and wrong, and there's a difference between respecting and honoring the Constitution, the backbone of our country, and then completely shredding it. And this is completely shredding it. And now they're realizing that people have noticed it, and now they're trying to backtrack it. But
by the way, he's been wiping his ass with the Constitution.
Sure.
And I've been on record a million times saying, when he said we should terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election, shit like that got to be disqualifying if you're running for president.
So here's a perfect example. So I know that there are people sounding the alarms about this. When I saw these last few weeks in Minnesota, I didn't think it was possible to happen in the United States of America. I'm being 100% serious.
To white people?
No, to anybody.
But you've seen it happen to black people.
Exactly. Yes, to white people.
It's okay to say that.
No,
it is.
No,
but it's okay to say that.
I don't. I mean, I didn't know that this was possible to happen in the United States of America. And what I'm specifically talking about with this situation here, and like not only this one, but also what we've seen ICE doing, like entering homes without warrants, like arresting people. It is unconstitutional. And they've done this weird thing where like they have like a federally administrative warrant, which is some bullshit. It doesn't even allow you to actually have access into a home. Yeah, they're trying to find ways around the system.
I don't align perfectly with either side, but the one thing I feel like we can all agree on, or I can agree with for sure, is that we should be able to walk to Starbucks without being stopped by federal officers and being forced to present proof of citizenship if we are American citizens, right? We shouldn't be forced to stop and show paperwork. No, it's America. I should be able to walk freely. Now, people will say, it's not a big deal, just stop it. No, it is a big deal. It's America. It's freedom of passage. I should be able to walk, right, without an unreasonable seizure. I should be able to go to Starbucks and enjoy my day. Nobody should come and say, they think that I'm illegal because I have a certain skin tone or a certain accent. That's wrong. That's not okay. Andrew Schultz will say things like, I know people don't like me because I had Trump on the podcast, but that's not it. People don't dislike Andrew Schultz because he had Trump on his podcast. People dislike Andrew Schultz because he had Trump on the podcast and then immediately after made this weird right-wing pivot, voted for Trump, was endorsing Trump. And then less than a year later, he's now talking about, how he regrets it. He never thought he would see this. And he's back trying to grift the left. And it's not cool. Now, Jean-Marco would have a pretty reasonable take on this and even called out Andrew Schultz.
Do believe another thing that the left did that was challenging it, but I don't know the solution, is they said, how dare you platform these people? I'm sure you've dealt with this.
This platforming stuff is like ridiculous, bro. This is, I mean,
it is ridiculous,
say,
but
like you're platforming the president in some cases. It's like, what are you platforming the most famous person on earth? Like quantitatively, this doesn't make any sense. And also, it's a hesitancy. It's a fear to actually engage with disagreement at some point.
But why do people feel that? Because
they feel that because they can't defend their positions. That's why they don't want someone platformed, because they know that the things that they're saying will appeal to a large audience of people who will agree, and they won't agree with them, who has a niche minority.
I would argue that the reason
position.
people are against this platform is because they've constantly seen so many interviews where I didn't like Andrew Schultz having Trump on the pod because I go, well, you're not gonna talk to him about Epstein. You're not gonna talk to him about these things.
He is horrible. He is a terrible interviewer, and his political takes are garbage. So yes, his platform will just be utilized.
But that's why people are allergic to platform. It'd be fine. I mean, this is why I go
like
I need to step away. Yeah, this is why. Yeah, of course,
literal fucking Mossad agents in the background.
And that's why it is tough. Where it's like, if you're gonna, that's why I go, I want to stay away from politicians, because I can have someone on who I disagree with politically if I can go to their face. If I can't go to their face, you. I don't want that to be my show. I want a show where I can do that.
The problem is now that we don't have the constraint or the monopoly of legacy media where you had to go on CNN. To reach an audience, you had to go on CNN or MSNBC or Fox or whatever. And there's only so few venues that you could access that many viewers. Now, because you can pick between 100 different podcasts, people can self-select and go on the one that's going to be the most friendly.
Of course.
And so there's not really a solution for that unless you decide to like nuke YouTube and go back to the old media model. It is actually a real problem, because then these people can be, if you can't buy Tim Pool, for example, you can buy the next guy, and there's 99 people after that.
They were a little tougher on Andrew Schultz than I would be. I don't think Andrew Schultz is that horrible or completely horrible. I do find some redeemable things about Andrew Schultz in that regard, but they are completely right. Andrew Schultz was not equipped to have that conversation with Donald Trump. Nobody on Flagrant was equipped to have that conversation with Donald Trump. That election was the most consequential election we've ever had in the history of the world. That election will be the reason why, I don't know, we're in World War III or we're not.
Takis chili lemon chips, light heat, big punch of lime.
Trying to write with nonstop pings? That's where Grammarly comes in. With an AI chat that helps you meet every.
And Andrew Schultz and the rest of these podcasters, they behaved irresponsibly. They behaved with no restraint. They were just doing whatever they could do to grift his audience and galvanize the right wing and tap into that base and that support for profit. And they really weren't even committed or dedicated to the shtick. And we know because less than a year later, they're now off the shtick and off the bandwagon once they see what their actions is getting us. Right? 100%. But then, and here's where as a YouTuber, I get conflicted because they're like, this is the necessary evil. The necessary evil is there's going to be 1,000 different podcasts that are going to be big, that are going to be popular. And that's a good thing. Because if the solution is, hey, yo, these podcasters are not equipped, go to CNN, go to Fox News, Well, legacy media is bought and paid for. They're bots. They're absolute bots. We can't trust a goddamn thing they got to say. So if the solution is, hey, man, these podcasters aren't equipped to have political conversations, don't have it, then I just force the politicians to CNN and Fox News. So that right there is a necessary evil. There has to be, like the open platform for whoever wants to start a podcast can start one, and whoever is successful should be able to garner the big guests. But you do have a responsibility, not just to yourself, man, and to your own like moral compass and your conscience, but you have a responsibility to this country that has given so much to us, man. You just do. Another person that got absolutely destroyed during this podcast is Theo Von. Now, Jean-Marco pointed out how Theo Von also grifted. Now, outside of Joe Rogan, nobody benefited more from their right-wing grift than Theo Von. Theo Von became like a top 5, top 10 podcast in the culture because of this right-wing grift. So Theo Von benefited, made all those millions of dollars. He grifted from the right wing, and then less than a year later, he's now back on the left wing trying to grift, telling the left, hey, man, they bamboozled me. Those people on the right, they tricked me. Now I want to speak up for what's real and what's right. And it's like, bruh, like how pathetic can you be, man? You made all those millions of dollars grifting off the right, millions of dollars, and now you realize, hey, man, like it's a literal like car crash. Like people are starting to wake up. Your audience eventually in like a year or two will realize that you led them astray. And, you endorsed the literal devil. You went to his inauguration. You did everything you could do to get this man elected. And now you're realizing
that's why you don't do politics
like his stance
this.
didn't change. Like he didn't become all of a sudden like pro this particular lobby like in overnight. He's always had this stance. So now what? You want us to believe like you didn't know and you got no, you knew all this time, but it was worth it when the grift was working.
Well, I have spoken about this before, but I do have a lot of uncomfort about America's relationship with Israel, the Israeli political leaders. That's what I mean. I believe that group it just feels like a satanic regime. It doesn't seem like, it feels like they just want to cause pain. They just, they don't even know where all the bodies from Gaza are, and they're already moved on to other places that they are attacking, and that America's associated now with their attacks. And I believe that will come here one day. I don't believe that the Israeli leaders, that they have any intention to stop that. I don't see that they have any care for the American people. It doesn't seem like that. I've never heard that spoken. And I believe that if we don't speak up now, that our children won't have the chance to speak up, either by law or by worse. And that may sound crazy to some people, and that's fine if it does. If it does sound crazy to you and you think I'm crazy on that point of view, that's okay. I don't, I may disagree with you, but that's okay. I do want to, I worked hard to be able to have a voice for myself. And so I hope at least you just respect that. Or I hope at least you just see that. Like, at least I'm trying to say what I want to say. And I don't understand our government's relationship with Israel's leaders and with Israel's government. I don't understand it. It feels like there's this war machine, and then our soldiers are put into these spaces, and they're just there to serve an America that they believe in. And it's no knock against them or anything like that. It's just, it just feels like it's causing a lot of pain and fear.
It's because it is.
Yeah, Theo. I don't understand I don't understand Trump's relationship. I don't understand our political, like why we are so beholden to this government, this Israeli government that just seems to be obsessed with control.
That sounds heartfelt, but the thing is, like, these people sound heartfelt. They sound like they finally get it. They get what's going on. But I promise you, bro, if there's another right-wing grift that becomes profitable in about a couple years, trust me and believe they'll be right back on board. But Jean-Marco pointed out something very important. Theo Von had these complaints, but he had on JD Vance recently. Why didn't you bring this up with JD Vance? Like, why didn't you push back with like JD Vance? But instead you gave JD Vance an interview and you humanized him and like you gave this chummy frat party vibe type of interview instead of asking him real questions like this.
But I don't want to bring on people. If I'm going to bring on people who have legislative power, I have a new responsibility, and that's holding them to account, or else I'm just promoting them. I'm just helping.
You got to do a lot of
propaganda.
research. You have,
and
to
I don't want to
ask
do
a
that
hard
research.
question.
I don't want that to be that. So that's my rule.
So I empathize with that, but I also feel like it is it's like an attention economy singularity that politics and comedy are just moving towards each other and they're going to converge. And so it is unavoidable. And so it's not fair and it shouldn't be this way, but it is this way. And so now in this, unique, strange moment of history and media, thrust upon you, unbeknownst and unasked for, is all of this political responsibility.
Well, I'll talk about things. I'd love to talk about things. I literally think it's like I don't want politicians. We once had a wrestler on, like a professional wrestler, and I don't think he fully understood, because at the beginning he was doing the interview like in his character, and I was like, well, there's a shallowness here that we're not doing the podcast, and I very stuck to my guns of like gradually got to be like, I'm not talking to this character. I need to have a conversation with you.
Okay.
That's what talking to a politician is, and they're not dropping that character.
Yeah.
And some of them are good.
No,
at it.
They don't.
Some of them are good at it, and I think when JD Vance comes on Theo Von's podcast, like, they're good at presenting what seems like a real conversation between two human beings. And I think I go to Theo Von, I go, you, why are you providing that to this person who's not telling you the whole truth? We know that based on, him calling Trump Hitler in 20 whatever, and now he's this, or Theo Von will do one video where he's crying because he feels bad for Palestinian kids, and then has on JD Vance and doesn't bring it up once. Like, you are lying to your audience. And I don't want to lie to my audience. I don't want to lie to myself. I don't want to have politicians. I honestly don't want to know politicians too well that I would be scared to criticize them.
It's hard to really decipher what's real and what's true, because on Twitter, like, these people look like best friends. Like, the podcasters and the politicians appear to be best friends. Like, JD Vance feels like he's bros with Theo Von. So it's hard to decipher what's real and what's not. Like, I knew for a fact that Charlie Kirk was really boys with JD Vance. Like, Charlie Kirk, JD Vance, Charlie Kirk was really tapped in. I don't know how much these podcasters are really tapped in, but if they're telling you guys are boys and you have direct access to them and you have their cells, then shouldn't you be advocating this hard with them directly? And if you're advocating as hard as you are, like, publicly to them behind the scenes, and nothing is changing, then shouldn't you be critiquing them as hard as you're advocating? I haven't seen Theo Von say F JD Vance not once. But let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? And if you're still watching this video and you want to watch another good video, then click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out how this Aiden Ross and Whack 100 drama has gotten 1,000% worse since our last update. I'm going to see you guys in this Aiden Ross and Whack 100 drama. And if you're still watching this video and you love my content, please send me a hype by clicking the hype button below this video.
And still ain't paying people their money. That shit funny. That shit crazy.
Rockeye, you about to lose that green flag if I see another clip like this of you not standing on business. Don't let him touch you like that, Rockeye! Rockeye! He slapped the ball out of bounds and stared you in the eye. Get him! Whoa, did you just let him? Nah, there is no way. And then he took off his shirt. That would have lit a fire in me, and I don't know why. I don't care if that's your man's. He's getting way too out his body. Chin, check him. And then when you told them to get the ball, he didn't respect you enough to go get it.
Yo, these niggas, why? Yeah, get the ball, yeah.
D-thing? But anyways, here's what really pissed me off enough to make a video. For all my hoopers out there, what did Rockeye just do wrong? I'm not even gonna say it. This is a shame. And then you have no animations equipped. Zero bag at all. Tough. Give it 3. Tough. Rockeye, you about to lose that green flag if I see another clip like this of you not standing on business. Don't let him touch you like that, Rockeye! Rocky! He slapped the ball out of bounds and stared you in the eye. Get him! Whoa, did you just let him? Nah, there is no way. And then he took off his shirt. That would have lit a fire in me, and I don't know.
Draco on my lap when we go fishing. I got plenty shots, but on a secret mission by myself, me and my favorite block. I've been doing missions all week. Nigga quarter body up the street, we take shit super far. I can turn this super out and say you would a superstar. Really, on my top, we push it in the box. If I get the drop, my nuts to death, this shit a lot. I think your ass defense don't keep on asking me about who I shot. We cousin roster run off and trying to get me locked. Folks have me on
Lord Jesus.
Draco on my lap when we go fishing. I got plenty shots, but on a secret mission by myself, me and my favorite block. I've been doing missions all week.
You gotta
grab my mask, load my gun, jump in my strike, you know the rest. Keep on dumping, rapid fast, switch up on this bitch. I'm coming VS1 and my shit bust, don't need no camera tricks. Spinning in a hot car with some savages who'll take your shit.
Now draw your elbows back.
He can fly.
All right, lock your legs and draw your elbows back. 1. Let's go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. There.
Mama, yeah, you're. Hey, I get on
What
that
the
bottom
fuck
piece of hip.
is this?
Oh, so you look kind of weak, girl. You wobbling. So this motherfucker, you wobbling. Don't make that man fall, man. He good. He good. Okay, man, you gotta get on the high. You don't need to go on the highway on that bike, bro.
How the fuck you gonna get down, bro? Fuck him getting up there, bitch. How the fuck you get down, nigga? Niggas ain't think about how you
need
get down, man. He finna fall, bro.
You need another wheel in the middle.
That nigga needs another wheel on the side, bitch.
What up? He got who off the road. That thing long ass.
Man, that nigga gonna die, man. That nigga gonna die. He fall off that bitch,
So
man.
this Chrysler, 2055. There.
Mama,
That nigga gonna, man. I want to see him get down about that
Draw your
bitch.
elbows back.
I'll wait till you come outside and slap the shit out you, bro. It don't mean nothing to me. I'm gritty like that. Yeah, I'm gritty like that. Let me get a slice, regular slice, because you think this shit is a joke, bro. I'll watch you motherfuckers. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all so cutthroat, y'all go against your own people. Y'all ain't shit.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Salvador. I'm talking about Hispanics.
Get out of my store with that bullshit, bro. One of my guys, they work 7 days a week. They work hard. Get out of my store with that bullshit, okay?
Get out of your
We don't tolerate bullshit like that here. Okay? Have a good day. Thank you. Out of the store.
Evidently, shit been
Out of my store, bro.
way before you even thought you own the store.
This guy's trying to eat. These guys just trying to work, bro.
Evidently, I'm still trying to spend my money. What are you talking about? I'm talking the truth.
I'm not serving you. Have a good day.
You're not serving.
Take out his food. You talking to my workers like that?
I'm talking the truth.
I don't care. I'm talking to my workers like that. They work hard.
I'm talking to your workers like that. I'm talking outside. I'm talking the truth. What are you talking about?
You talking they trash. I just heard
I'm not talking to him trash.
Who you talking?
Bro, you talking to me trash.
Why are you yelling like you're scared?
Because you're
not scaring nobody, bro. So
I'm not trying to scare nobody, bro.
All right, cool, man.
The way how you trying to come across me.
I don't know. I came in.
Evidently, you don't know me, bro. The way how you came across me is like you thought you know me.
I don't have to know you.
You don't have to know me, which is fine. I wasn't trying to talk to them trash,
Why
bro.
are you still yelling?
Because you evidently you took me wrong, bro.
You're not scaring
nobody. I'm not trying to scare nobody, bro.
All right, whatever happened. I don't care. I'm not serving you now. This is what you're always talking. Have a good day, bro. Never seen you before.
I'm not gonna lie. That's the only way you can get away with that because you
all you want. Go stand outside. Go fuck yourself.
This is your store?
This is my store.
We gonna see. We will. No. No bullshit. I have no animosity.
Stop going to my store. Stop going to my store, please. I walked in, you were talking about their trash. I don't know what they did to you. I don't know. But these guys work hard.
Evidently,
they're nice guys.
I'm gonna make you bite. The word you.
A barking dog never bites. Get out of my store, please. Thank you.
Barking dog.
Get out of my store. Out of my store.
Alright, bro.
That's not true now.
Alright.
That's not true now. that's not true. That's not 100% true. That's not 100% true. Like, boy, you tripping. You tripping, my boy. I had a dog named Chance. I had a dog named Chance, boy. I had a dog named Chance. I named him Chance for a reason, bitch. If your ass try to pet my little nigga, man. Just looking at your ass. And if he get out that gate, he gonna bite you. That was a bite.
Alright.
That dog ain't gonna fuck. That dog will bite and bark. That dog will bark and bite.
You apologize, you guys? What happened?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna apologize, you guys.
I'll wait till you come outside and slap the shit out you, bro. It don't mean nothing to me. I'm gritty like that. Yeah, I'm gritty like that. Let me get a slice, regular slice, because you think this shit is a joke, bro. I'll watch you motherfuckers. Y'all niggas ain't shit. Y'all so cutthroat, y'all go against your own people. Y'all ain't shit.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Salvinian. I'm talking about Hispanics.
Get out of my store with that bullshit, bro. One of my guys, they work 7 days a week. They work hard. Get out of my store with that bullshit, okay?
Get out of your
We don't tolerate bullshit like that here. Okay? Have a good day. Thank you. Out of the store.
Evidently, you should have been
out of my store, bro.
Way before you even thought you own the store.
This guy's trying to eat. These guys just trying to work, bro.
Evidently, I'm still trying to spend my money. What are you talking about? I'm talking the truth.
I'm not serving you. Have a good day.
You're not serving.
Take out his food. You talking to my workers like that?
I'm talking the truth.
I don't care. I'm talking to my workers like that. They work hard.
I'm talking to your workers like that. I'm talking outside. I'm talking the truth. What are you talking about?
You talking they trash. You guys just.
No. Fuck that. You just told him, man, you come out there, you'll slap the shit out of him. Fuck that. He supposed to goddamn straighten that shit. You lucky you can't hear that part. If he what? Man, get your ass the fuck up out of here. Get the fuck up out of here before you get talk about slapping somebody, man. Slap who? Then what you think gonna happen after that, man? After you slap a nigga, what the fuck you think gonna next after slapping somebody, sir? What the fuck you think gonna happen after that? After you just so happen to slap a nigga? What you think gonna happen after that? You just go slap a nigga and go back to your day, huh? You just go slap a nigga and just walk in your car, going back to your day, la la la, snap, turn around, la 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 la. That shit funny. You think you just go slap a bitch? Today has been a very bad day for Akademiks. It must got something to do with Aiden. And wax situation.
Shop anniversary steals of up to 40% off during Ashley's anniversary sale. Going on now. Score amazing deals.
I don't know if today is I Hate Academics Day, but for some reason, everybody is going at Akademiks today. Everybody got something to say about him, and Akademiks is currently engaged in like 3 different beefs at once. The first people who had a problem with DJ Akademiks this week is Peter Rosenberg and Ebro. they went off on them on their shows. Much of what they said are already like recurring narratives about academics, but a lot of what they said was just downright delusional, starting off with this.
Birthday Boy, the king of Why Do You Care, did decide to respond to something related to academics. You did. I mean, you don't care.
That was yesterday, right? No, that was yesterday. Yeah,
that was
in the morning.
I didn't know. You didn't say anything. I just saw it later.
Yeah, what happened?
No, I just saw people commenting on it, and the thing I got irritated about, you know me, was just that the narrative. Two things. I didn't see what you said or what he was referring to, but there was a conversation about Ebro blames firing on Drake. I was like, what? I don't need to hear what that is to know that's not true. I don't.
So ridiculous.
I don't have to watch that to know that's not true.
Yeah.
And then Academics gives the real reason on the firing, which is that our ratings were pure trash, and then that just gets me angry. The outright line,
but that's not true either.
I know. The outright just being like, I'm just going to just make something up and say it, and people believe someone.
Well, there's so many things wrong with this for so many reasons. Let's start off here. What are metrics, right? What are the ratings? You see, Ebro and Rosenberg are still stuck in this like 1932 mindset of what ratings are, and which is, hey man, 1 million people watch my radio show in 20 different districts. Yeah, that's cool. Okay, maybe if you say, okay, that's right. Do you understand that program managers and people who are smart and actually know what they're doing, those metrics means nothing. The metrics that actually matters, the ratings that actually matters, is how it performs on social media, how it performs on the internet, how it performs with real life people, right? Hey man, we're in 30 different markets and we're syndicated. Yeah, all right, cool, but who's talking about your stuff? When was the last time Ebro and Rosenberg had a viral moment on their podcast? If it's not creating conversation on social media, if people are not talking about it, if people are not watching it, if your YouTube channel is doing like 300 views on a 6 million subscriber channel, people look at that and they say, yo, that's bad. Those are not good ratings. We don't care if you're syndicated in 100 different markets. If your YouTube videos is doing 300 views and your social media presence is non-existent, then the ratings are bad. That's why you guys got canceled. Also, let's just instill logic into this conversation, okay? If your ratings were performing great, if your ratings were phenomenal and people were tapped in and it resonated, why would they fire you? You think people are just firing stars just because you think these companies who are desperate for a hit, who are desperate for hit shows and shows that resonate, you think these companies are just letting people go like that? No, they're not at all, man. Now they get into this conversation about academics, you know, like age-old narratives about how academics can go outside and academics really wanted to be a part of them. Now, what I would say though, when they started talking about how academics wanted to be a part of Hot 97, but you know, they didn't want them, they were talking about this as if that made them look good, as if fumbling a generational talent made them look good.
I wonder why he picked. Oh, I know why. Because I saw something where he was saying that he doesn't believe something about something Pusha liked or something. I forgot.
It was about
evidence. It was about I need evidence, and I was like, this guy's talking about evidence, and then he went on to just make up lies that he doesn't have evidence to support.
Yo, that's a great point. He needs evidence, but literally he just randomly will say, "Nah, they have terrible ratings."
But that's why I was like, "Yo, this guy needs evidence."
That's a great call. So yeah, then he used that, but he'd been going off for a while saying different things, and we didn't give it much air. So I appreciated you.
Well, look, I have to know or believe that whatever a lot of these, whether it's 50 Cent trolling other rappers, academics trolling other media people, whatever it is to get that. It's algorithm hustle. It's to get the algorithm.
Well, you also got to
have to know they're promoting.
And the guys who stream every day got to fill. It's a lot of show to fill.
Yeah.
To not talk about like other stuff like that. I kind of get it, you know? And we're a good target, right?
Are we?
Well, for Act, I think we were all like, I think I really feel like it's the movie that it's like the Joker. And there's a lot of the Joker in there. I think Act always wanted to be accepted in the radio world. And
maybe he'll come on your new podcast, Validate Me.
By the way, would be a great conversation. And that was well done. And rather than us accept him, we were very harshly critical of him. And I think it led to, you know what I'm saying? A personal offense. So then it's all like, you're losers. No one wants to be a part of that anyway. And it's like, but he grew up a Jersey kid, DJ. Like, nah, you did kind of want to be a part of it. And it didn't go well.
This is why they got fired. Can you imagine being their boss? Can you imagine being somebody who was giving them a check every week and you find out that Rosenberg and Ebro have the opportunity to bring on academics to the radio station and essentially give them their next Charlemagne? Power 105 lucked up and got Charlemagne when they got Charlemagne. Can you imagine being somebody at Hot 97 and you're giving Ebro and Rosenberg a check and you realize and figure out that the reason why you guys don't have your next Charlemagne, you don't have academics, is because two hating old heads blocked academics from ever like being ingratiated or introduced to Hot 97?
Bunch of hating ass fuck niggas.
I will be livid. Livid. Yo, we here trying to recruit talent, and we hiring this dude from St. John's and this dude from like Cabrini College and this dude
And
from
we
Penn
could have
State,
had
and they all
Akademiks.
don't got the talent as Academics. And you mean to tell me you found Academics before we knew who he was? And you ain't bring him on board, but yet you sit on a podcast and talk about that as if it's like a stripe of honor. Oh yeah, man, he wanted to be a part of us, but shit, we ain't embrace him, we criticize him, so now he mad. And that's why you fired, bro. That's why you fired, man. Yo, that's like me running my production company. And then I don't know, man, like somebody in my company knew of the next Ryan Coogler.
You can use auto-tune for way more than pitch correction, like making crazy vocal chops. Let me show you how. Next, I'll put on Auto-Tune Pro.
And then for some reason, or due to them hating, they never brought Ryan Coogler to me to get employed. And then I hear them talking 5 years later when Ryan Coogler is winning Oscars. Oh yeah, Ryan Coogler, he wanted to work for us. I just never let him, I wasn't rocking with him. I will fire you on the spot. You would go home and have to fight me in court for your next paycheck the way I would do you, bro. If you spit that nonsense in my, I'm not even their bosses, and I'm pissed off by this, man. I knew these dudes were brainless or clueless when their first sense of success on YouTube, their numbers are going up, right? Again, they're not doing well, but they're still doing not abysmal. Their first chance at a YouTube tech, these people sign up with Quarter Labs, give them 20% of their revenue, and now Quarter Labs is killing reaction channels who's reacting to their stuff. So now a new platform and a new channel is making it impossible for people to react to their content. Welcome to YouTube, bro. These people don't know what they're doing. They're clueless, bro.
That's it's going well now.
Going great. But now you got to trash the thing that didn't accept you.
Well, and he also just doesn't have a social life. You know what I mean? He can't really go outside like that. I think that's sad. When I see that, he's just not. It's sad. It's sad that you're seen as a alcoholic, degenerate loser who can't go out. That hurts my feelings for you.
What?
What? No, isn't that how people see him?
All right, guys.
No.
What else is happening, guys?
Yeah, hey, it's Ebro's birthday, man. This is a good start, bro.
Wait, no, that's what people say about him.
The scared to go outside thing stays. Yes, that is a definite.
No, but
thing.
people have said he's crashing out. He's drunk again.
There's a lot of
things.
I've seen a lot of crash out.
Why are you guys acting like I'm being mean to the guy?
It was the straight. No, it's the.
I'm not. I just don't want to talk about this.
That's fair, but I honestly was being serious. That's a narrative.
I just knew there was probably a single on Ebro as he was saying it, and he was being so deadpan serious as if someone wouldn't be offended.
She don't want no parts of that. She know how Akademiks.
I can't tell whether you're serious or not. Remember, look at Drake thing. He's like, no, I don't know why Drake doesn't like me. All I simply said was he's a cancer. Sometimes it's your straight.
It's less him and more the brand.
Right. In that case, it's the brand.
And that's what I meant when I said it. I mean, obviously it ballooned into other things, but that's what I meant.
But there are a lot of people who I think are in that space of they're really psyched that they stream so well, but as a result, they can't really go outside like that.
Right.
They say a lot of things inside, and then going outside gets complicated. You know what I mean?
So yeah,
most of these streamers walk around with security now.
Isn't that crazy? So many people walk around with security. It's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, listen, they go around in situations where, or say things, or they're concerned they're going to get robbed. I mean, there's a lot of things to be concerned about.
I think they're concerned they're going to get slapped.
That's true too, but
a famous rap group that represents New York hip hop, and neither member is from New York, once made a song about that.
Which rappers group is this? Gangstar. Yeah, suckers need bodyguards.
I knew you'd get it.
To Academics, I don't know, bold stances on things, help him be safer when he's outside, probably not. But this narrative that when you go outside with a bodyguard is because I don't know you are scared or you're lame is crazy, right? Yo, is Beyonce on the internet bothering people? But Beyonce goes outside with security guards. Jay-Z, your favorite rapper, go outside with a security guard. You know why? Because when you're famous, people are clout chasing and they are looking to do you wrong and looking to do you in. That's just how that goes. That's just how that works. Okay, that's just how that goes. So you, I guess, trying to shame him for going outside with bodyguards to me is crazy. Would you shame, I don't know, Obama or Jay-Z for going outside with security guards? No. Okay. Now, Akademiks kind of responded back to them, briefly, but in his response to them, he found his way into another beef because he grouped in Ebro's replacement in his commentary, and that led to Ebro's replacement attacking him on social media too.
I'm trying to do better. I'm trying to move on because I like boxing up. We're boxing on the same level. After a while, boxing down, it becomes bullying, and I don't like that either, right? But these who keep getting up and they keep coming back. So I just wanted to give them that free game. You guys got fired because you couldn't advance with the times. You didn't like the new artists that eventually became the artists of the time, who became the superstars and the biggest in the game. You guys thought you could pick who that was. That was a egregious and a fatal mistake. You got to take accountability for that. Number two, You got fired because your ratings suck. No, we're not talking about radio ratings. That's how you calculated stuff like years ago. We're talking about how you guys are seen in a digital streaming market. If you're not going to catch up. So the very idea that you guys are rejecting the idea that we're in a streaming era. And when I talk about ratings, you're talking about radio ratings. Let me just warm everybody up to the fact. Hot 97, Power 105, yes, they're still radio stations, but they're competing in the streaming market. The very fact is this. DJ Akademiks is competing with No Jumper, which is competing with DJ Vlad, which is competing with Bootleg TV, or Bootleg Kev, whatever his name is. Which is competing with Joe Budden TV, which is competing with Gillian Wallow, $1 million worth of game. We're competing with Hot 97, The Breakfast Club. Content is just content. We're competing with Kai Cenat. We're competing with everybody. And, you know, once you're kind of in that hip hop box, it's just like if people want to go see or hear about hip hop, they have all these options, right? No one has to be in New York to listen to Hot 97. They could just listen to it online if they want to. They just don't want to. So, yeah, you guys were getting horrible views and horrible, you know, you just wasn't streaming well. And now your predecessor, which I think that's what you should be happy about, you guys are doing better than him. So, you know, it must make you guys feel a little bit better that you guys did suck at your job. But they hired someone who's worst. Maybe that was a DEI type of thing. I don't know. The new radio host up there at Hot 97, absolutely atrocious. I think he's going to be gone as soon as they get past the mandatory signing period. You know, sometimes be like, oh, we'll sign you for 1 or 2 years. Then after we renegotiate, he's out the door as soon as that's done.
He's obviously talking about Mero when he says your replacement is even worse. Here's the thing when it comes to Mero and Akademiks and his beef. I don't feel bad at all because Mero and them was literally effing with, yo, Akademiks had never said a goddamn thing to him. They just came about the blue when they had their show. Like after they left Complex, they got like a TV deal. They thought they was like on top of the world. And they were dissing Akademiks because of it. They were just dissing Ak for no reason. So when you're picking at Ak, when he did nothing to you, and now you're mad that he picking at you because you felt like you've been quiet on the beat for a while. Nah, that's not how that works, man. Yo, when you come for somebody, you in it for life. So Mero says, I don't know how Livingston got fetal alcohol syndrome as an adult. Yeah, definitely not talking to new artists at High 97, not at all. And he shows a link where I guess, man, he's trying to like reheat the cold fries, but you can't really reheat it. So even if you are talking to new artists now, Ebro and Rosenberg spent like 15 years not doing so, man. So you can't reheat them cold fries, bro. That show was dead. But I like Mero, right? I'm just being honest, bro. I think Mero could be very, 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 very successful doing something else. Not High 97. You're not reheating them cold fries, bro. Levy is a D-rider that needs the media guy gossip-ish to survive. He can't make anything. He can't have an original thought. Effing dork. Now, to me, this was like a strange insult for somebody who spends, I don't know, like hours on stream with an original thought, right? But Akademiks responded back, and Akademiks says, objectively, I believe the whole hip-hop thought E-Bum and Rosendweeb were a failure, but you even worse. You a DEI hire. With failing numbers, you getting fired as soon as that guarantee period runs up. You never had talent. It was the other guy. It was the other ugly, bald ninja with a beard that was the guy. Oh, man. Hey, listen, man. Y'all let me know, man. Whose side are you guys on in this conflict, man? High 97 or Akademiks? Let me know. I do think if High 97 hires Akademiks to replace Ebro and Mero, I feel like Akademiks don't even need the money, but he would do it just
piss, just to keep fuck them up, just to come on. What? Just to get they bitches. I told you, bitches. I told you, dumbass niggas. Didn't I tell you, dumbass niggas? I was a nigga. I told you niggas I was that nigga. Insane in the membrane. I'm in there drinking all my door to apple juice and shit. I can't be doing that shit. Now I gotta go get another goddamn jug. Now, goddamn it. Adams versus Williams. The GPS pedal. 5. What? The African ruler is here. That's not his baby. Put the blick down.
For she go right here. She been pulling up all day in this blue car looking for you.
Bitch. And what the fuck is you study pulling down this block? On my mama, this bitch slow. Get your slow retarded ass on.
Where you been at?
You crazy.
Cause I've been looking
That's
for
not
you.
my. Stop playing with the gun. That's not my.
Like I ain't been following you. Looking for your ass. Like I ain't been looking for your ass for 6 months.
Stop playing with me.
Cause I'm gonna make you dance out here in this
Then you playing with the gun?
I'm gonna make you dance in this bitch.
Stop playing with this gun.
Money.
Stop playing with this gun. Go ahead.
No, bitch, you want me to leave? Run me some right now. Run me some right now.
Get off this block.
Run me some. This
And
my
you
block.
study flipping up. That's not my baby. That's not my. That's not my baby. Come on. Come on, get
We gonna see. We gonna see. Bitch. We gonna see. Now you want me to give him up there? You gonna pay me? You gonna pay me? What you gonna do? What you gonna do? So you gonna keep denying your son? That's what you gonna do? You gonna keep say it again? Say it again. Say it again. Beat your fucking ass.
Come on, bro. Go ahead.
For here she go right here. She been pulling up all day in this blue car looking for you.
Bitch, and what the fuck is you study pulling down this block? On my mama, this bitch slow. Get your slow retarded ass on.
Where you been at?
You crazy.
Cause I've been looking for you.
That's not my baby.
I've been looking for you.
Stop playing with the
gun.
Blitz. That's not my
Like
baby.
I ain't been following you. Looking for your ass. Like I ain't been looking for your ass for 6 months.
Stop playing.
It's fucked up though. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's fucked up, man. The bitch talking about she been looking for me. She hop out with a gun in her hand. She probably finna die. I hate to say it, boy. I don't give a fuck. A bitch put up on me sounding that emotional. Talking about she been looking for me hopping out with a gun. Bitch, you about to get shot. I ain't finna play. What? You looking for me, bitch, hop out. I see. What, bitch? Pop, pop, pop. Bitch, who the fuck is you playing with like that? Don't play with me like that. Don't hop out with no gun on me. You gonna get shot, bitch. We finna have a shootout. You hop out with a gun in your hand, bitch. You better be up in that bitch and busting at me, cause bitch, my reaction time is not to be fucked with, bitch. I'm telling you what, I'm not gonna give you a chance to say a fuck thing, bitch. You might as well, bitch. You hop out, you better off shooting that bitch before I know you got it in your hand. You better off shoot me with that bitch before I can see it in your hand, boy. Bitch, you dead. Y'all are dead. Fuck, double murder, whatever. Cause you pregnant, double homicide, whatever, bitch. Your ass dead. You should have hopped out the motherfucking car with that gun in your hand playing. Bitch, your ass was supposed to be dead. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Bitch would have been dead. D-E-D, dead. Is 50 Cent a fraud? We do a deep dive into the beefs with 50 Cent. This what I've been looking for right here. This the shit I've been looking for right here. Let's get into this reaction. Is 50 Cent a fraud? Let's get into this one. This one will get me some views. Let's see how many people jump in after I reach out to
And J Prince stuff. And then we do have some Gunna stuff. I see people saying, nah, we need that Ray J and Cam. I will add to the list. Ray J and Cam.
Ray J and
Cam. Lady Shan says, W Streamer, where's my plane ticket to Miami? Where are you, baby? I'll fly you out. Serious, come on. Okay. All right, we could do 50. I think it's important that we do 50, actually. And I want to do this in a way, and I'm giving you the warning now that we're going to do a deep dive. And you know how we do when we get deep dives. I'm a little bit, winded or long-winded, but we're going to get to the shit. And if you never knew this story, I hope you walk away with knowing some stories about, really some real history.
This is Buick Now. Buick, exceptional by design.
It's all about you during the Buick SUV sales event. Get 0.9% APR and up to $2,000 allowance on Encore GX.
Let me. Here we go. Here we go. Wearing a t-shirt. Here we go. And look. So Mano did an interview. No problem. Right. So now when he does that, I'm saying, oh, and Mano, you know, it's funny how Mano's trying to call out 50's character. We're all trying to see his. Mano, I want to say to you, because after I did I did a lot of research. I know when you see me take days off, I know people like, yo, Akademiks is doing some other shit. I seen the kick chat. They're like, yo, I just went to go fuck some college bitch for spring break. No, I'm always researching. You gotta make sure you have the current knowledge. You're ahead of the people who think this is 9 to 5. Now, I mean, I kind of always had a reason why I always kind of painted Mano as a bully. But I do want to reiterate, Mano, the reason why you're seen as a bully is because your reputation, at least publicly, that hip hop knows, is you doing things to people that wouldn't do anything to you. And that's a reputation that, for the most part, people frown at. You know why people respect 50? Because 50 is going to go at the people that everybody
Any
says,
motherfucking body.
Nobody
any and every motherfucker that say something.
That's why perception.
Oh, yes.
I'm talking about perception. I don't know who's what. We're going to do a deep dive today. So, Mano, when you allegedly slapped Young Berg, yeah, it just shows that you're a bully.
I think 50 Cent so cold.
We haven't heard the story.
If
the
white boy that signed him said some fuck shit again,
the shooter,
he gonna go at him and he gonna crucify him in the man.
I seen the recent episode. You said you
that's how cold
did
I
some
think
stuff to Lil
50
C's
is, nigga.
on behest or behalf, or because he disrespected Lil Kim. No respect to Lil C's,
but he know that nigga never do that.
Kind of like,
I think 50 so cold.
Give you the bully title because
50 so cold. I think if the white boy that signed him said some fuck shit against him, he gonna he'll expose the shit out of. He ain't been the Shady Ruckus in how long, bitch? Is G Unit still under Shady? Is he even dropping music, bitch? It don't even matter. If anybody, if Dr. any one of them said some fuck shit going against him, he will crucify their ass.
The people who see.
Maybe not Dr. Dre, because Dr. Dre stopped doing shit for the game.
Seemingly want aggressive, violent static with you. You have a different
Dr. Dre stopped
demeanor.
working with game for 50 Cent.
The tone that you talk to me with, when 50 addressed you, you made 300 reasons of why you think he wasn't disrespecting you, even though he put your picture up and called all y'all squatters and bums. Now you can't avoid it, but I'm just telling you why, because I've heard him say, I don't know why they say I'm a bully. Yeah, they say you're a bully because they feel like you just haven't picked on any tough people. At least 50 look like he's taking all challenges. Anyway, I digress. So Mano went on Vlad, and of course, the only clip worth watching is him talking about 50 Cent. We all know the Teener Citizens got ongoing beef with 50 Cent. And in that conversation, he gave an interesting but different perspective of how a lot of people view 50 in hip-hop. He basically said 50 was a fake nigga, never did nothing, never been through nothing. And the beefs that we know that he's been in, all he's pretty much popular for is being a victim and getting his ass whipped. That was entirely shocking to me. I want to play the clip.
Cool. And they had a little workout, little dance.
Here we go.
Goes and puts up the post and say,
well, meaning what exactly? Meaning that you don't think that he did.
Here we go. Here we go.
I never believed that. I had no reason to.
Well, meaning what exactly? Meaning that you don't think that he did gangster activities at various points throughout his life?
No, I don't know. I have no way of knowing that. Well, and I don't want to make this whole interview about him, but listen, let me say this.
Mm-hmm. Mano, that's why Vlad called you up there to do the interview about him.
Mm-hmm. I think he capitalized on the moment. It benefited him. What happened to him? I think two things that happened to him was probably the greatest things that ever happened. And one of those things was the fact that he got shot. Now, the fact that he got shot, well, they say it was 5 times, really, he lied and not, whatever, right? All right.
Interesting.
That justified him wearing a vest, pictures with guns. It justified the imagery. It gave it a storyline. Oh, all these old niggas trying to kill me. Everybody trying to kill me. There's a sense of danger. And then him signing Eminem amplified that. So now you got that storyline, then you got that machine. That was the perfect ingredients for success. We saluted it, we loved it. There was underdog that came up. We was all with it, right? anything gangster, I don't know nothing about that.
Well, I mean, he was also a great songwriter.
The music was
there. Music was definitely there.
We can't take nothing. Listen, I'm not taking nothing from no nigga that deserved what he deserved, but I'm not gonna give extra.
Right. Okay. Well, but here's the thing, right? And this is something that really can't be disputed. And I watched this from the outside looking in. Gina had real serious street beef with a lot of very serious guys. Jimmy Henchman.
They got spanked. Nigga, are you crazy?
Oh, wow. Oh, really?
They got spanked.
Oh,
What's
wow.
wrong with you?
What do you mean they got spanked?
Yo, Vlad, please, trust me when I'm telling you this.
We are gardeners.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Just what the mayor ordered. I'm not surprised. Don't cross my path!
They got a new, they're showing this, but they got a new Mortal Kombat movie coming. I seen the motherfucking preview of that shit. That shit gonna be hard. I forgot the date. But when I see the date again, I'll make sure I'm going to see that bitch. I don't give a fuck. I was thinking about taking one of these little hoes I like. You know what I'm saying? But they don't deserve it.
I don't really want to go into all this, but they got spanked. What is wrong with you? Jimmy had his way. People died. What are you talking about?
Jimmy had his way.
What are you talking about?
I mean, Yayo's house got shot up over that situation. I understand that. But ultimately,
think about what you're saying and think about what happened.
Meaning what? That Jimmy's doing double life?
Listen, in that situation, that situation, they wasn't a victim in that situation, brother.
Right.
Okay, so
but I feel like these guys stood their ground.
Who stood what ground?
I think Gina stood their ground.
You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
Okay.
And it's easy to go for with the folklore. What else? Who else?
World.
You don't even know World. World is my childhood friend.
Okay.
Listen, this is things.
You didn't have beef with World?
Listen, that wasn't no.
The shooting that happened after 97?
Listen, this is what I don't even want to get into it.
Okay.
One incident happened. Right? You think you really into it with somebody with one incident?
Suge Knight?
Yes.
Yeah, bro.
The stabbing incident at the Vibe Awards?
Yeah,
Man,
listen, look, all I'm saying is,
you
I don't
can
have
be
no
into
reason
it
to
with a
believe.
perceived incident. You can get into it because the nigga believe y'all into it. You can get into it because of accusations. You get into it because of hearsay. But because a bitch told somebody else you said something. You don't even have to know a nigga to be beefing with him. You can know other nigga be beefing with a nigga because of some fuck shit with some hoes. You can have smoke with a nigga you don't even know because you got smoke with his partner that you don't even know is his partner. You can have smoke with your partner because you got smoke with his partner and you don't even know that's his partner. Boy, this shit get deep, like for real. So the shit he talking about, yes, you really be into it, nigga, bro. You can really be into it.
That's the gangster shit. You believe whatever you want to believe. I ain't here to take
We're talking
nothing.
about okay. All right. Hold on. Let me just. So
You
incidents.
can be
We
into
saw
it
the video at the Vibe Awards, right?
What happened
with
to
a
the
nigga for
Bible?
The guy that
absolutely
attacked
shit.
him and ended up getting stabbed.
Attacked who?
Attacked Dr. Dre.
What
Who
that
was
had to
with
do?
them?
What that had to? Yo, bro.
They were there with Dr. Dre.
Yo, bro, leave me.
They were
Yo, bro,
signed to Dr. Dre.
Yo, bro, listen to me. I'm not gonna debate you on another man. All I'm speaking from my perspective, and it is what it is. Like I don't have no reason to believe nothing extra. Those incidents that you're talking about, whatever. You know what I'm saying? People lost a lot. Like look, it don't even matter to me, right? Look, like I said, you believe whatever the fuck you want to believe. I know true. I think it's all a character act. Whatever, man.
Now, well, this is why y'all have me here, chat. And I took Mano up on his request. You know, Mano said some things that I never knew about. According to Mano, 50 got spanked in several, altercations or street run-ins. And I guess I'm going to call this segment, Is 50 a Fraud? Now, I'm asking a question piggybacking off Mano. I don't know. Well, I know now, but because I've done the research. But I do want to tell you a story, and we do have to watch something. Something that's going to really laboriously point stuff out. But in case you didn't know, I want to give you a quick recap of what he's talking about. He said that, there was a beef between 50 and Jimmy Henchman. And according to Mano, he says 50 completely got spanked. Now, I did so much research trying to figure out like what's what. And, man, I was reading so much court documents because over time, usually back in the day, it's like, you hear things on the street. By the time everybody, it's like 10 years, 15 years later, everybody went to trial. Everybody done snitched on each other. Everybody took a stand. You kind of get the real story. So let me kind of break down this idea of 50 Cent and Jimmy Henchman beef. Now, Jimmy Henchman was always one of the people who was wanted. And by the way, this is him here. He was always wanted by hip-hop police. Not only hip-hop police, just police in general. He was like this interesting figure who was like this hustler, but, definitely in the streets. 50 had beef previously, with Preem and whatever. But I want to stick on this one particular beef because that's what Maynard was talking about. I'm going to give you a short time lapse of what happened. And then, like usual, I don't want you to take me at my word. You're going to see much more conversation about it. So essentially, Jimmy Henchman basically starts managing the game after the game signed to G-Unit. And according to what people on 50's side say, they kind of accuse Jimmy Henchman of being the main antagonist that gets in the game's ear to say, man, fuck 50. You could be bigger than him. You just got to go against him. Okay? The game starts going against 50. Okay? It's really tense at this point. 50 really, obviously, 50's like the big artist is in third, but there's a whole G-Unit crew. Reportedly, Jimmy Henchman
Zegrid releases immediately and blocks acid that causes heartburn for 24 hours. Feel the difference.
Sometimes the messiest part of life is the schedule.
goes to an event and this is kind of how it really started. And I'm gonna start with the violent stuff. Jimmy Henchman and someone goes to a concert at the Apollo Theater. While at the theater or at the event, there was some G-Unit niggas. And they basically confronted Jimmy and they said, what's up with your nigga gang? What's up with him? What's popping with him? And supposedly, as the story goes, these G-Unit dudes who was pressing Jimmy Henchman, and he's with like one or two people, they eventually say, oh, listen, we got a problem. Like, what's up? This is a typical New York thing. We got a problem. And they usually try to show themselves. Supposedly, there's a guy named Maserati Fox. We'll get back to him. He pulls a pistol and he's like, what's up? Now, there was no violence that happened, but that was the clear signal that this beef had gotten off the rails. Like these situations with, this tension with 50 in the game. And this guy now who's like managing, but like meddling into like these different things. We see the game kind of with Fat Joe, all the people that 50's kind of going at because they're cool with Ja. And essentially, G-Unit niggas pull a pistol. By the way, I'll let you know when 50's involved, but G-Unit is just a bunch of niggas. Guy Maserati Fox pulls a gun. When that happens, no violence happens. Apparently, they kind of act like they got something too. And, cooler heads did prevail. That's good. And they left. Well, Jimmy Henchman is not no pushover. He wasn't going to take that punkin and sunning lightly. And subsequently, what he ended up doing, he was going to retaliate for that. And because guns came out, he showed his true character. He wasn't scared of making them guns really sound. There's slightly different reports. Some people say same night. A lot of reports I keep hearing say a couple days later. A couple days later, Yayo was parked in New York. And he was in a truck that was bulletproof, but his Bentley was right in front of the truck. Apparently, a gunman sent by Jimmy Henchman pulled up, shot up the car. No. It was a clear message to 50 Cent and them. Y'all niggas think y'all could pull guns out on us and try to intimidate us. Nigga, y'all will die fucking with us. That's how it goes. I'm probably going to miss out on certain stuff, but that's why we're going to watch a longer thing. I'm going to speed it up. Don't worry. But from there on, the beef really devolved into a lot of violence. 50 at a point was on the radio station. The game, he announced the game was no longer part of G-Unit. G-Unit, Game pulled up to Hot 97. That was the station it was at. And when Game and his crew pulled up, shots were fired. Reportedly, G-Unit people shot outside of a door and hit one of Game's people. More violence continues to happen. I hope I'm telling y'all that this is why when Mano says this, I'm like, Mano, these guys were putting their lives on the line. We've known you to slap Youngberg. So I'm really wondering, where's the 50s of fraud shit? But keep listening to the story, and we're going to get much more into it. So cool. Apparently, one time, in New York, Jimmy Henchman's son is walking down the street, and he's wearing a shirt with some language that made Tony Ayo and another guy, his name is Lodi Mack, feel, oh, they fuck with the ops. Now it was a boy, it was a teenager that was walking down the street. They hopped out, they pulled up on the kid, they roughed him up. Reportedly is that Tony Ayo slapped the kid. And reportedly, again, Maserati Fox. No, sorry. No, not Maserati Fox. Sorry. Lodi Mack pulls the gun on the kid. The kid basically tells his pops after, he gets upstairs. He's like, yo, these G-Unit niggas, they slapped me, da-da-da-da. From then on, it was World War X, at least in New York for these two people. I'll give you some of the things that happened. Tony Ayo's car gets firebombed. Tony Ayo's mom's house gets shot up. They tried to shoot and either hurt 50 or somebody in G-Unit when 50 was doing a video shoot. They were pulling up to shoot at it. By the way, they shot at Tony Ayo's house supposedly 70 times with some gun with a silencer on it. They brought the same gun to go shoot up the music video shoot that 50 was at, trying to kill 50. The only thing that stopped that is that they were so excited on the way to go shoot up because they heard that, oh, they're 50 of them shooting a music video. On the way to shoot it up, the gun went off in a car. That spoiled everything because they were following somebody who was supposed to be working for security for that day. So they were like, all right, security going to bring us to the guys. We're going to shoot that whole shit up. And the gun went off. That spoiled that. Some other stuff happened, and you're going to hear more or less of it, but 50 had like this guy, one of the guys who ended up going down to 6ix9ine thing. His name is Crippy. He has a brother named Monster. That was like one of the bodyguards, main guys for 50. He started doing certain stuff to send, apparently, him and some other people start doing things to make sure the other side knew, hey, if y'all could shoot up cars, we could shoot up cars too. Jimmy Henchman gets mad because he says 50 is always in a bulletproof vehicle. You can't catch him lacking. He's just always in a bulletproof vehicle.
Of course, he's been shot 9 times. What you expect?
What happened is Jimmy's an interesting guy. He's like Flacco, or really just say he's really like a civilian. He's like me. He'll use any method to defeat his opponent. He'll get them locked up. He'll kill them. He'll do anything. There's even an interesting time right before, because remember his son got slapped. Right before he got revenge for his son getting slapped, and yet somebody died. He said, man, I can't even sleep. This guy was so thirsty for revenge, he couldn't sleep.
I know how that shit feel.
Don't just take classes, take charge. Start your comeback today at PurdueGlobal.edu.
I know exactly how that shit feel. Boy, you can't sleep. Look, I can't sleep. I got to get my
Current
motherfucking
owners
get
and
back,
lessees of
boy.
an eligible vehicle get this exceptional lease offer
I
on this
got to.
2026
I can't
Cadillac
sleep,
Optic.
boy. That shit bugging me. Got to get my get back.
Eventually,
You
he
can't
found
sleep? That shit serious.
the guy
That
who was
shit
supposedly the
serious,
Ayo. His name
nigga.
is Lodi Mack. Lodi Mack got locked up because the baby mama of the boy, which is his son, they did go to the cops. This shit was in 4K video on tape. They were about to get Yayo for it, but Yayo's a star. The other guy says, I'll take the charges. He gets locked up for some time. And after a couple weeks of him getting released, he gets killed. That's how much you should see this nigga was on some get back shit. How that happens? Well, Jimmy Henchman meets a guy that was friends with a guy that was the cellmate of Lodi Mack while he was incarcerated. And they lined him up and they murdered him.
Damn.
Jimmy
Line
Henchman
him
gets
up with
arrested
his
for drugs.
cellmate. He thought it was cool with that nigga. He was locked up with a nigga.
All the people who he supposedly hired turned against him.
When they were locked down, they were
He then
23.
gets desperate, then tries to
When they were locked down, they were
do whatever
23 and
else.
1 with the
Sorry,
nigga.
50
He
says
thought they
he's,
were
whatever.
good. He thought they were cool. He thought he had a
But it's a really
homeboy. He
interesting
thought he
story.
had a brother.
That's
Got
the
his
short
ass
of it.
whacked.
Before I get to the long pause. But the main thing I do want you to know
Them funds get shit
is
done.
why I looked at what Mano said as utterly ignorant, but also I want to hear these stories about him. The reality is, G-Unit versus Jimmy Henchman, there is no winners. It's just a prototypical example of the streets. A lot of bodies, a lot of lost opportunities, and a lot of people who are in the penitentiary for dumbass choices.
Facts, no bullshit.
And 50
Be
just
better.
happens
Don't
to be
be
one of
like
those
them.
who was smart enough
You
to
definitely
not put
don't
himself
wanna
in a
be
vice
like
grip,
them.
that he's either in a coffin or that he's in a jail cell. I want to play this real quick. I'm going to speed it up a bit, but it's worth it. No, that's the court version. Sorry.
The beef between 50 Cent and the game ran deeper than we initially thought. On the music end of things, it was the game going after 50 and the unit with his G Unit and Stop Snitching campaign. On the street side, it was Jimmy Henchman,
is this sped up?
Game's manager,
hold on,
who
not
was
yet.
just thirsty for blood, so it was all-out war between both crew. When it was all said and done, the folks pushing the Stop Snitching campaign ended up snitching on each other after the feud between 50 and them led to multiple violent acts, including the hit on the G Unit affiliate, Lodi Mack.
Now, again, also I want to say, I'm going to tell you why all this information was so new to me. I mostly thought all that tough shit when it came to the game and 50 was from like the game and some West Coast niggas. Turns out it was Jimmy Henchman heating that shit all the way up. But listen.
Henchman's own trusted crew members ended up sealing his fate in court when he testified against them, leading to multiple life sentences. We now get the full picture of everything that transpired during those times.
They're gonna use court stuff.
Testimonies from Henchman's own hitters, which I'm gonna break down thoroughly and use to fill in all the missing pieces that were never made public. It's a lot of 50 documentaries up here with folks just slapping around clips together.
All right, okay,
What
okay.
they
Come on,
heard
brother.
on lock. At the time,
Here we go.
50 Cent. That put him in the light.
Okay.
By 50 Cent sing.
So I'm gonna skip to the part where Henchman comes in. Okay, so he puts on the game, Henchman comes in.
One of the things we got to remember about these music dudes is that a lot of these music dudes don't have no principles and no backbone. A lot of these dudes, man, is able to they're ready and able to compromise their principles to get in positions that they're in. And that's one of the things that we refuse to do.
Let's break down Jimmy's empire structure. Pay attention to great competition with Jimmy Saw Entertainment Company. And he even went as far as setting up his office almost across the street from Lighty's office on 25th Street in Manhattan. Jimmy, seeing the success that the game had generated before his album dropped, started getting into the game's ear, letting him know he could be bigger than 50 Cent. Henchman started conflicting 50 when he started releasing Game's record while 50 was structuring his G Unit roster drops.
Okay, so the first egregious thing, 50 starts feeling away because the game is dropping music outside of schedule. The game is on, but he's dropping music. He's not respecting the hierarchy. And oh no, it's Bank's turn. It's Yayo's turn, right? He's just doing what he want to do.
Firm this in court.
What was your understanding about what the problem between Jimmy and G Unit was about? Up those game records.
Because he's trying to get his money first, recoup his money off his artists. And at the time, he's building momentum for his team, and we are going to use it. Jimmy was going to use it for his. The game's first album, the documentary, dropped on January 18, 2005, and it became an instant success. It debuted at #1 on the U.S. Billboard 200, selling 586,000 units in its first week.
Now, who's some of the key people, man, that put you where you are right now?
Oh, man, Dr. Dre, man.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
50 Cent at the time had just crushed the whole Murder Inc., Ja Rule and Irv on the music side, and Preem on the streets. So when Jadakiss and Fat Joe jumped on the New York track with Ja to bring him back some life, 50 went at both of them. And Nas on Piggy Bank off his second album that is scheduled to drop first quarter of 2005. The Game, being the new G Unit member with the documentary album out that is buzzing is asked about his thoughts about Fat Joe, Jada, and Nas beef, and he responds saying he would stay out of that.
I'm not getting into it. You're not going to get into it. No. Jay is a good friend of mine, and I've had a chance to meet and talk to Fat Joe on several occasions, and I think that they're perfectly good dudes.
Play now. 50 caught wind of what was being said and immediately went on a press run denouncing the game.
So basically, the game kind of made it, obvious that he's not going to pick a side when the game 50 started going at certain people outside of Ja Rule, and 50 didn't like it.
The G Unit for a minute, 50. Now I read where you said Game was about to be dropped from Aftermath Interscope before you got involved. That's true?
It was absolutely a conflict.
How did that
Everyone was supposed to
transpire?
be on the motherfucking label anyway.
Creatively, the tires got stuck in the mud, and you know what I mean? So we actually got together. I recorded 6 records on Game's new album.
Right.
I did West Side Story, How We Do, Hated to Love It, Church for Thugs, Special, and Higher. You see what I'm saying? And he came back recently from overseas and was disrespectful, man. Like the way he's like, it's like he's feeling himself, like because of how well his record is selling. So I, openly, I wouldn't expose what I did for the project, but I wrote those records. I created the concept of those records and he rapped around it. He's a great
Taking a piss real quick and grab
songwriter.
it.
You know what I mean?
There's a difference.
It's a major difference. You know? And he says a lot of people's names for shock value. He says things he doesn't mean.
On February 28, 2005, 50 Cent is live on Funk Flex when he says the game is no longer part of G Unit. The game and a few Black Wall Street guys went up to Hot 97 to confront 50, but they were met with shots at the front door.
Enough's enough? It's Hot 97, Funk Flex. We focused. Hey, it's okay, fellas. Hey, it's all great.
Henchman had sent Tef to go meet up with the game for protection. He was about to join the mob when sparks started flying towards the crowd. Here are Tef's statements.
How did you come to be at Hot 97 that day?
Jimmy called me and asked me to escort Game up there, meet Game up there. He wanted to talk to 50.
Who wanted to talk to 50?
The Game.
Did you go there?
Yes.
Who was there when you got there?
When I got there, Game was there with a whole bunch of California dudes, and 50's trucks were parked outside, and they were upstairs.
What happened when you came to Hot 97 that day?
As I was walking down, got onto the block, I see a large crowd in front of the building, and I see a hand come from the doors and started shooting at the crowd that I was going to meet for no reason. Just fired shots into the crowd from 50's entourage.
You said there was a hand out of a door. Do you see the door on this picture?
He confirmed it. Hot 97 door. Whoever was downstairs, the mysterious hand, who is still unknown till today, let off a shot towards Game and them, hitting one of Game's homies, New Jersey Devil. Tef says the Game was teary-eyed and shook up after the incident and wanted something to happen. So Tef took it up on himself to wait at Violator's office, but seeing that nobody came there, shot up the building. According to Tef, Henchman was not too happy about the Game using his guys for free. He made him pay for that.
Did anyone order you to do the shooting at Violator Records?
No.
Did you talk to anyone about the shooting afterwards?
Yes.
Chat, this is really compelling. It's giving you a lot of backstory to 50 Cent's, I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched this, I didn't watch it before. I didn't know it was this deep. Like some of the stuff, like I heard street rumors, but like it all did come out in court. That's why this is so good, because you're hearing the court testimony now. I hope you guys aren't bored, but tell me if you are. If you guys aren't bored, I'll watch it with y'all. If y'all get bored, we'll move on to something else. But it's gonna get super deep in, and you'll get to find out who 50 really is.
Who did you talk to?
I spoke to Jimmy.
What did you say to him? And what did he say in response?
I don't remember the whole conversation, but it was more or less that he said, don't be doing that stuff for them dudes, and don't be doing that stuff for free.
My whole thing to Game was, if you do this, we fuck hip-hop. And it's hard for me to say that, because I come from the streets too. For me to look at Game and say, he shot your friend, but don't do it.
On March 3rd, 2005, 50 drops his second album, The Massacre, which debuted at #1 on the US Billboard 200, selling 1.15 million copies in its first 4 days and staying atop the chart for 6 weeks after its release. It was scheduled to release back on February 15th. The original title for the album was the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, but Interscope wasn't interested, so Fifth leaked Disco Inferno to force their hand. It became an instant success. Nobody at the time was doing those type of numbers in any music genre, so that automatically put 50 at the top of the game. Piggy Bank, the track was causing a lot of commotion, and all the people he had dissed are now throwing back shots. And now Fifth and his West Coast protege are beefing. So the controversies helped generate a huge buzz around the album. Fans, they're a bit skeptical about the timing of things though. Some were saying the beef was a promotional stunt, But the OGs like the Rev Run and the Russell Simmons, they knew better. Shots been fired. It ain't no promotional stunt. It's real. And in order to change the negative narration in hip-hop, Rev Run and Russell Simmons, they set up a meeting calling for a truce on the 8th year anniversary of Biggie's passing on March 9th of 2005. Both 50 and the Game, they didn't look too thrilled to be there, but they still did it. That truce was short-lived though. They both had the two hottest albums in the game at the moment, and they're both doing interviews and press runs. And people are starting to whisper that the Game's album might be better than 50's, in which Game wasn't giving 50 any credit for all the songs he had helped him with on the album.
I'm not gonna say that he didn't help with the project, because he played a small part in the success of the documentary.
G-Unit is here, 50's here, and Game can be anywhere in between that and probably even bigger.
Don't compromise quality insurance for savings or your time for this ad. Hit that skip button, or don't, and watch me skip.
My bad. This is one of the DVDs I remember hearing this guy when I was like, I thought it was like just like a hip hop commentator. I didn't really realize who he was at the time.
And you can't suppress that. You can't suppress that with just G-Unit.
50's the type of guy that lives and believes in certain principles derived from the 48th law of power.
I heard you say once, you know, M's a general, but he knows how to be a soldier with Dre. You're a general, but you know how to be a soldier with him and Dre.
And that's just being conscious of yourself. Because, I mean, you know the law of power, you never outshine the master. If you got somebody that's actually over you in your chain of command, you always...
Law number 1, never try to outshine the master. Law number 15, crush your enemies totally. The Game finally lets his true feelings be known at Summer Jam stage that year in 2005.
Damn, I remember this. Now, keep in mind, Summer Jam is in New York City. The Game is from the West Coast, so this was like huge.
Game was feeling confident because of his ties to Jimmy Henchman and the strong team. So he went on a full-blown lyrical war against 50 and the Unit. He dropped 300 bars, which I think should go down as one of the best diss songs of all time. This song and their beef basically split up 50's huge fan base at the time. The Game also started his G-Unit and the No Snitching campaign. He comes to New York and links up with Fat Joe in the BX and also goes to Queens around 50's stomping ground, where a huge G-Unit poster is hanging in front of the building. We all assumed it was the Game's doing at the time, but he was just the face.
So that's important to know. 50 Game beef was really never 50 and Game. It was really 50 and Jimmy Henchman. The Game was the face.
Stuff you took to never. So you're running with this.
Now, some people feel like Game was playing dumb, but like a lot of people were like, the Game don't have no East Coast niggas, and no West Coast niggas really did nothing. So really, it was always 50 and 50. No, it was always Jimmy Henchman doing all the shit to make Game look like he was, because there was a time it looked like the Game was just running through everywhere, but apparently it was more Jimmy Henchman.
I don't know who did it. I just want to see it. I thought you did it. I thought it was you.
Game even went all the way to Connecticut to 50th Street, trespassing and creeping through the bushes in the neighborhood for a Stop Snitching, Stop Lying DVD that he put out that summer. All this was going on while 50 Cent was overseas, and 50 had a lot of beef coming his way now because of that diss towards Fat Joe and Jadakiss. Throughout the months that followed, both sides went after each other on numerous interviews and a lot of diss records back and forth, all of which generated huge interest in the media and more record sales. Controversy sells.
Shout out to Gaddafi and his son for having us out Venice. You know, I appreciate the half meal, baby. For 30 minutes, anytime, man. 747. Serious, man. You need to come play for my team. Hey, man. Hey, that's Jimmy, man. That's why I don't like the old school. man. I really don't like emotional niggas. Now you know Jimmy told him to do that. Go out there and say, you not.
On the surface, all we saw was the game dissing 50. But now 50 is throwing in Jimmy Henchman's name in the mix, letting us know who was pulling the strings behind the scene. But I don't think people caught on back then. The game dropped Doctors Advocate.
I didn't catch on.
Album on November 14th, 2006, with the absence of Dr. Dre, who has to pick sides because of the back and forth going on. Doctors Advocate debuted at #1 on the U.S. Billboard 200, selling 358,000 copies in its first week, making it Game's second #1 album on the chart. It was all just back and forth disses after the truce, and nothing more yet till it came time for the Mixtape Awards.
So they squashed the beef and they kind of got back into it.
At the Apollo Theater in December of 2006.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. Now we're going to get into, there's really real shit happening, because remember, the Game is from the West Coast, but really, the guy who he's getting into it with is on the East doing his thing. Remember, it's really 50 and Jimmy Henchman, not 50 versus Game.
Tony Yayo and Maserati Fox, another G Unit affiliate,
here,
and about 20 other individuals bum rushed into the venue.
Oh, I know Yayo was
stopping
there.
For security, while Henchman was inside. Henchman went to approach Yayo on a friendly note, greeting him in Creole since they're both Asian descent. He goes, "Stop by say," but there was no Mabule. Yayo immediately pressed him about his guy Game. During the heat of the moment, in reading body language, Mozzie flashed the pistol at Henchman, asking, "What do you want to do?" But Yayo didn't give the call. Henchman was with Tef and Abdullah, and they managed to slip away through a back door of the theater. Tef had just beat his gun case the day before from an incident where Henchman had him stake out Chris Lighty's office, but police did a stop and frisk on him, and he ended up getting booked. So now he's right back into the action the very next day. For most of you who aren't familiar with Maserati Fox, he was a longtime friend of 50 Cent and also was a highly active individual in these streets, to say the least. While remembering Maserati Fox, this was how Yayo recanted the story on Vlad TV.
I told you pull the strap out in the Apollo, like with Jimmy Henchman.
So this is where now it's getting real static, y'all.
I'm a single mom of a 4-year-old. I'm working a full-time job. Rasmussen made it so we have a program that you can accelerate, and if you put in the work, we're gonna be there on the other side for you.
What's one to do? Mr. Fox. Oh, he got the hammer out.
Here was Al Abdullah, and Tef saw it.
Did there come a time when you attempted to shoot at Violator again?
Yes.
What year was that about?
Maybe 06.
How did it come to be that you did that?
Jimmy had asked me, then called it off and called me again. And I interpreted that he wanted me to do it again and went over there with Andre. He was parked on 26th Street. And as I was cutting through the alley, I was stopped randomly by police. I was put under arrest. I don't know why, until they searched and found a gun. In the car, which was on the next block over, they went back to the car, found a gun in the car.
Now remember, this is Jimmy Henchman's people.
And it was kind of odd, but we were both arrested, charged with gun possession.
Were you involved in any conflict with G Unit immediately after the gun case was dismissed?
Yes.
Just briefly, what incident?
We went, me, Jimmy, I think Courtney, and I think maybe Teddy. It was a long time ago. We went to the Apollo. And
what's the Apollo?
The Apollo Theater in Harlem.
About what month and year was this?
It was the day after I won the trial. The pre-trial just got released.
About what year would that make it?
I'm thinking 06, late 06. I went and met Jimmy up there. It was Mixtape Awards being held there, and we walked through security. And behind us, we just hear real loud commotion. G Unit bum rushed the doors, bypassed security. So we kind of knew why they were doing that. Jimmy was, I don't know who approached. I think they saw us. They stood by the stairs, and Jimmy greeted one of them. Greeted Tony Yayo in a friendly manner in Creole. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? It's like, hi, how you doing? I guess. And he wasn't.
So I just want to point out, and again, we're fact checking Mano on everything he's saying. Okay. The point of this is remember. Okay. I want you guys to remember. It looks like after the whole thing game, it kind of falls out. G Unit tries to press Henchman, like, what's good with Game? So they try to press him, and you're gonna hear what happens.
Taken to it. He had an attitude and more or less pressed him. Like, what's up with your boy Game?
Who said that?
Tony Yayo.
What happened after that?
In an aggressive manner towards Jimmy. And it was, I don't remember the exact words, but it was more or less us going back and forth with them. We went upstairs. I tapped them. Let's go upstairs. They eventually came upstairs. A mob of them. About 20 or 30 of them.
Damn.
A mob of who?
G Unit.
What happened upstairs?
Maybe about 20 or 30 of them. It looked like they tried to trap us off from leaving. One guy named Fox, Maserati Fox, tried to block off the entrance. The other 20, 30 dudes stood at the other exit. I backed up, grabbed a bottle, had it under my coat. He thought it was a gun. He walked away. We got out of there safely. I grabbed Jimmy. I said, let's go. We got out of there safely. Abdullah's statement.
What did you do after that?
We went to my car.
And who was the we? Who went to your car?
Me, Jimmy, and Tef.
What happened inside the Escalade?
Nothing. I was just like, wow, I can't believe that nonsense that just took place. I said, you deal with this type of stuff all the time? He was just like, that's all right, man. I'll deal with it later on. Who said that? Jimmy. I was like, well, I'm going to deal with it right now. I made a called Akbar. Told him to bring me some situations over. I had a problem.
What did you mean by that?
My guns.
Why were you asking for guns?
Because I intended on using
So
them.
G-Unit punks Jimmy Henchman. Yayo was there. That's I had a newfound respect for what you call it again, for Yayo, because I didn't know Yayo was really on the ground like this.
Yayo and Maserati Fox made a crucial mistake. They showed their hands and didn't use it to a gangster with a lot of money and resources in the streets. It was on now. Yayo's Bentley got shot up that same night.
Okay, so in this version, the same day they kind of like almost try to press them in the Apollo Theater. They're saying the same day they shoot up, Jimmy Henchman supposedly gets people to shoot up his Bentley. Holy shit.
Days later, Diddy tried to broker a truce between Chris Lighty and Henchman, but the two started scuffling and Diddy had to break it up. Sometime after that incident, Tef testified about how 50 of them spotted Henchman at a restaurant and chased him down the highway, but he got away, and he had to ship his cars to Miami to avoid detection.
Were there ever any attempted acts against Jimmy?
He told me about one.
What did he tell you?
That, well, I told you about, the Apollo. And he told me about a time that he was at a restaurant and he saw 50 Cent. And when he was leaving, he felt like they tried to ambush him. They were following him on the West Side Highway and tried to pull up on him. And somehow he got away.
Did he say anything to you about what, if anything, he did after that incident?
He got rid of the car that he was driving that they knew he would be in, and he sent it down to Miami.
He said the rapper, he'll be known as 50 Cent the rapper, and 50 Cent the street legend will be known as 50 Cent the street legend. There's no comparison. To me, that's a great honor to know that I knew that person who influenced that. I'm not living the fantasy of the music business. I need to keep firm on the ground because I don't know when I'm going to be banned from this game.
On March 24th, 2007, after all the back and forth and cat and mouse games, Yayo and Lodi Mac run into a kid wearing a Czar Entertainment hoodie by Henchman's office. It was 14-year-old Jabulani, Henchman's son. Tony Yayo slapped the kid, and Lodi flashed a pistol at him, all caught on surveillance cameras, sending a very, very strong message to his pops. This incident will change the whole course of this beef, because right after that incident...
So it says that 50... No, it says that Yayo did a slapping, but that slapping is the thing that really got everything off the rails, right? Like, this dude's son gets slapped.
Jimmy had blood all in his eyes, and he wouldn't have stopped till he saw one of them in a coffin. He was personally involved in some of the get-backs against 50 and them. He wanted to get them legally on the streets and through music. On that same day, Chris Lighty's brother was slashed by Tef. Henchman didn't want to involve Chris Lighty because he felt like he didn't have anything to do with that. But Tef pumped him up, letting him know all bets are off now and it's personal.
If you're a producer who hates AI, this plugin might change your mind. This is Reimagine in Co-Producer. You can take any sample you find and flip it into infinite one-of-a-kind variations that are unique to you. Here's how it works. Just open up your DAW and drop in the Co-Producer plugin from Output. It listens to your track and finds samples that match your vibe, key, and rhythm. Just search for a sample.
What happened when you got to the office?
Walked in the office and I saw Jimmy, Teddy, and Jabulani. Jimmy was upset. Jabulani looked upset, he looked like he might have been crying, a little shaken up.
About how old was Jabulani at that time?
About 13, 14, maybe.
What did you learn happened?
That G-Unit had slapped him up, roughed him up, and pulled out guns on him.
Did you learn who, if any, unit involved?
I heard Yayo and 50 might have been in the truck, but at that time, that was, and some other street guys.
What happened when you got down?
So they're saying that maybe 50 was on the scene when this person gets like slapped up or whatever, or this kid actually. But now, remember, it's getting violent, then they slap the guy who they once kid.
We were all talking, all just congregating downstairs. Somebody said, that's Chris Lighty's brother walking past, him and another guy. I spoke to Jimmy. I asked him what he wanted to do. If I remember right, he was like, I don't remember the exact words, but it was more like it didn't have nothing to do with it. And I just didn't agree with it. I felt like, and I explained to him that, they did that to your son. All gloves should be off.
What was Jimmy's reaction, if anything, when you said all gloves should be off?
He just looked at me and he just nodded. He nodded his head like in agreement. He got in deep thought. He just nodded his head in agreement.
Now, I want to give you a little bit of precursor as we're watching this. This guy's, the reason why we're hearing this info, he testified. So just keep in mind, and this is why I think people look at 50 as being smart, because the guy who's now testifying, he was in Jimmy Henchman's ear at the time saying, yo, gloves is off you, bro. You got to go crazy. Like, niggas playing with your family, you got to go crazy, bro. Right? Like, that's literally what this is. So he's gassing Jimmy up to crash out. And at the end of the day, he ends up testifying on Jimmy.
What do you do next?
I asked him if he had a razor.
What happened?
He asked around. I think he might have got it from Lil D. He gave it to me, and I started to walk behind him, and he saw me walking up. Chris Lighty's brother saw me walking up on him. And as I swung at him with it, he flinched. I didn't get him how I wanted to, but I think I touched him with it.
Mr. Stewart, did you see Jimmy's attitude towards the feud in the G Unit change at all during this time?
Yes.
What did you notice?
He was always upset.
Did you discuss with Jimmy a way that you were going to approach that rivalry with G Unit?
Yes, he told me a way.
What was the way?
That he will deal with it with the law, with the streets, and through the media.
So let's start with the first one. Through the law. What do you mean by that?
That he was going to have his baby mother press charges against him. Tony Yayo and Lodi Mack ended up getting charged for the assault. Yayo got probation and Lodi took the rap. Henchman had people outside sitting at the courthouse to catch license plates so they can get G Unit affiliate addresses. Tef sheds light on the get back.
Yo, they were trying to kill 50 so bad. They were at the civ. Well, I guess it was criminal, but because the baby mama pressed charges, they were just sitting there waiting to get license plates because they were trying to kill somebody from G Unit. Wow.
Like both sides were involved in. A lot of back and forth shootings and car bombings because 50 and his team had bulletproof trucks. The targets were 50, Yayo, and Jalil Walters, aka Baja or Monster.
Okay, now I'm glad that this is mentioned. This guy name is this was 50's security for a very long time. His cousin's name is Crippy, and he was rolling around with 6ix9ine, and he got sent to jail obviously because of that. But everybody that knows 50 knows that this guy Monster has been a security. Okay. And I want to just rewind that you guys could hear what was said.
Car bombings, because 50 and his team had bulletproof trucks. The targets were 50, Yayo, and Jalil Walters, aka Baja or Monster. Monster was 50 top street guy and security at the time. They already shot at Yayo at the Apollo, but luckily he was in his bulletproof truck behind it. On April 20th, 2007, Tony Yayo's mother's house was shot up.
Damn.
Did you ever conduct surveillance of G Unit members?
Yes.
What did you do?
Go to their houses, get their phone records, get their phone numbers, and get their call list. Incoming, outgoing call list.
I ain't gonna lie to you, chat. This is like, you know when people talk about real beef? This is real beef. Like, these niggas want to kill people badly. Holy shit.
Find addresses, go to their houses, stake out their houses.
Did you ever do that surveillance with anyone else?
Yes.
Who were some of the people you did it with?
Jason. I've done it with Jimmy. Andre.
Do you remember any particular times of surveillance?
Yes.
What do you remember?
I remember a couple of times I was outside Baja's house. A couple of times I was outside his sister's house. A time we went to Tony Yayo's mother's house.
Do you remember any times with Jason?
Niggas say went to Tony Yayo's mother's house. This is how bad Jimmy Henchman wanted to kill 50. And wanted to kill, like, even Tony Yayo because he's like, yo, y'all slapped my son. Wow.
Yes.
What do you remember about the time with Jason?
A few incidents with Jason. One time we drove through Baja's block. We were staking out his sister's house. That was like their headquarters. Another time we went to Tony Yayo's mother's house looking for his brother, but we weren't sure. I never seen him before. I was relying on Jason to point him out. I was looking to shoot him. And Jason said
what the fuck? I ain't gonna lie to you. This
looking for his brother. But
they were just trying to shoot Tony Yayo's brother just cause. They want to hurt anybody.
For sure. I never seen him before. I was relying on Jason to point him out. I was looking to shoot him. And Jason said he thinks that's him, but he's not sure. The dude stopped by the car, took a deep breath, and I told him I wasn't going to shoot an innocent person. I didn't want to make a mistake. So we just pulled off and kept going.
Did Jimmy ever talk to you how this dispute with G Unit will end?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He told me that these dudes ain't going to be happy until they're carrying the coffin.
I want to talk to you about a particular member of G Unit. I'm going to show you what is in evidence as Government Exhibit 32. Who is that again?
That's
my brother innocent, but he guilty by association.
What connection?
So they're calling this guy Monster. Everybody, like, just in the industry knows 50 used to roll with this guy named Monster. They're calling him Baja here, but listen to this.
You have 2 G Unit.
That was Tony Yayo's road manager, the 50's right hand, the street dude.
Did you ever commit or attempt to commit any acts of violence against Baja?
Yes.
But how many acts do you remember?
A lot.
What period are we talking about?
From
what time period?
From about 2007 to maybe 09.
Can you briefly list the acts that you remember?
I remember sending one of my homeboys to shoot up his house. Sending them.
And I guess that's why, like, some people are like, when it comes to like beef and shit like that, bro, dudes' houses was getting shot up. They really want 50 and Yayo. They really want 50 and Yayo, right? And I think Yayo has that plausible deniability to be like, well, I slapped the nigga because 50's my nigga. But that shit don't matter.
Wanted to shoot up his sister's house.
Sending who? I didn't hear you.
One, the same homeboy to shoot up his sister's house. I remember being outside his sister's house one night after they tried to set up my barbershop on fire. I remember trying to blow up his bulletproof truck and shooting it up in the house. A couple of things.
Any acts involve Jimmy personally?
An attempt.
Let's go through those one at a time. You mentioned that you sent your homeboy to shoot up Baja's house. Who was the homeboy?
A kid named Life.
Where was Baja's house at the time?
In Staten Island.
How did it come to be that you got Life to shoot at Baja's house?
He was a friend of a friend, and he went and called him for me.
You also testified about sending someone to Baja's sister's house. Is that right?
Yes.
Who did you send to his sister's house?
Life. He went with Jason.
Whose idea was that shooting?
Jimmy.
You testified there was an attempted time that Jimmy was involved in.
Yes.
And against who was that done? The attempt.
Nigga just told it all.
At his house.
The same house on Staten Island?
Yes.
How did it come to be that you went to Baja's house with Jimmy?
I don't understand the question.
Why did you end up there?
He told me to meet him there.
Who told you that?
Jimmy.
What did you do when you saw Jimmy in the expedition?
Got in.
Did you start talking to him?
Yes.
What did you talk about?
Spoke about he wanted Baja's house shot up.
What did you do next?
Got the gun.
What did you do with it?
I left the car, walked over to Baja's house, went behind the house towards the backyard, and as I was going to shoot up his house,
what happened next?
I saw a little girl in the window. I turned around and left.
Where did you go when you left?
I went back to the car.
What happened when you got in the car?
Everybody's potential looks different. See yours with Acorns. Designed for you to easily invest every day. Start with just your spare change or set recurring investments and see where it could take your future's potential. Ready to see yours? Start investing.
Jimmy asked me what happened. I told him I didn't do it. He asked why. I told him I saw a little girl in the house. I think it was his daughter, and I wasn't going to shoot up the house. He was upset.
What, if anything, did he say?
Don't be wasting his time.
Did there ever come a time when you were retaliated against by Baja?
Yes.
Generally speaking, what kinds of things happened?
Okay, so now this is about 50 Cent's people retaliating, okay? Listen.
He set my barbershop on fire. Shot up my Escalade twice.
Remember, again, you know, like that's why I said May knows, he knows what he's doing. 50 can't do none of these things himself.
That's some fucked up. Like her, dog. They would have shot that bitch up just because they seen it enough. And they feel like he enough. It's some fucked up niggas out here, bro. He a rat, but at least he ain't do that. You hear me?
You know what I'm saying? Can't do none of these things himself. He's in a war. 50's in a war. That's not the media thinks it's him versus the game, but in reality, he's going at it versus this nigga that got mad resources that's from where he's from, and shit's going crazy. You get what I'm saying? So you're not gonna see 50 did anything, but if we're talking about G Unit, because 50 is G Unit. 50 is G Unit. So there's like we heard all this stuff. They shot up Yayo's mama's house. They shot up Yayo's Bentley. They did that to G Unit, but now we're hearing what G Unit did to them. And yes, it all comes because of Monster.
Did he say?
Don't be wasting his time.
Did there ever come a time when you were retaliated against by Baja?
Yes.
Generally speaking, what kinds of things happened?
He set my barbershop on fire. Shot up my Escalade twice. Tried to kidnap my brother.
Can you describe for the jury what happened the first time they shot at your Escalade?
Yeah, we would follow through Staten Island, sitting, talking to a friend. One person walking on the right side of the vehicle started shooting into the car. A white van cut us off. The driver jumps out. A passenger jumps out. All three of them started shooting into the truck. And as I'm down, I see somebody come through the side of the doors of the van and start shooting into my truck. And they started to all get back in the van. I tried to put my car in drive and ran them with the back of the doors open.
Now, I want to give some context here, people. So 50's beefing with Jimmy Henchman. Jimmy Henchman is so bloodthirsty. He wants 50 dead. He wants, like, he's not the first person who wants 50 dead, but there's a lot of people that want 50 dead. Here's their frustration with 50, okay? Their frustration with 50 is that 50's always in a bulletproof vehicle. 50's not just exposing himself and just leaving himself available. He's always protected. So you're going to hear them talk a lot about bulletproof vehicles.
Of the vehicle, started shooting into the car. A white van cut us off. The driver jumps out. A passenger jumps out. All three of them started shooting into the truck. And as I'm down, I see somebody come through the side of the doors of the van and start shooting into my truck. And they started to all get back in the van. I tried to put my car in drive and ran them with the back of the doors open. And a lot of shots came out the back doors into my windshield.
Damn.
I ducked again. Me and the passenger ducked again. And somebody started firing at them out the window in the projects. And they drove off.
Were you hit in that incident?
No.
Remind us, what color was the van?
It was a white van.
Did you learn whose van that it was?
Yes.
How did you learn it?
Jimmy told me it belonged to Tony Yayo's brother.
What about the second time that your car got shot up?
So clearly, G-Unit is retaliating in their own way. You know, what I'm going to be honest with you, Mano, respectfully to you, you know, again, I'm not a street dude, but what you said on Vlad was police shit. Because What you have now said when you're like 50 soft, he never did nothing, they got spanked. The only way for 50 to actually defend himself is to admit to crimes. 50's crew, I'm telling you what they were doing to 50's crew, and I'm telling you what 50's crew is doing to them, or they're telling you what 50's crew is doing to them. What do you think 50's demeanor was?
I had just left the barbershop and just put a gun inside the barbershop for those guys to protect themselves. And as I was leaving, I saw a guy standing by the store about a half a block away holding a bag. As I'm walking to the truck, he's walking towards me. I get in the truck, I start it up. I see him turn the corner, drop his bag, pull out his gun, and start shooting into my truck.
What did you do with your truck after it got shot up that time?
I gave it to some guy I had in Brooklyn to strip it and make it disappear.
Let's talk about the last incident you mentioned with respect to Baha. You said you tried to blow up his truck?
Yes.
Was that before or after your trucks got shot at?
Aiden, what up? Oh, okay. Hold on. I apologize, Chad. I'm sorry. I know that was not professional, and I'm sorry. Okay, back to the video.
After my trucks got shot up.
Whose idea was this incident?
It was my idea to make him lose the truck.
Why did you want to do that?
Because I felt that they were untouchable, that they were invincible because they had all these bulletproof trucks. And I felt that was the only difference between me and him that made it harder for me to catch up with him.
Where was the truck when you tried to blow it up?
In front of his house.
Were you there by yourself or with someone else?
At that time, I was with Andre.
What happened with you and Andre?
The time it was blown up?
Yes.
We made some Molotov cocktail and he was going to throw it at the house. I was going to throw one at the truck and he would fire the shots into the house and I would fire the shots into the truck. We were open that I would hit the truck first and hoping he would come outside, or he was supposed to hit the house first with the Molotov cocktail.
Who is the he that you are talking about?
Andre. And hopefully Baha would then come running out the house that was on fire, and then we would ambush him.
Did that plan work? What happened?
Andre, in throwing his Molotov cocktail, burnt himself. But to me, it was more important for him to lose the truck than to set the house on fire.
What did you do?
I threw mine at the truck and shot up the truck and the house with it.
Next blog, I'm gonna be in Brooklyn. Next blog after that, I'm gonna be in Bronx. Next blog after that, I'm gonna be in Staten Island. Y'all know out there. Y'all know what time. We be in Staten Island, we be in Harlem. I mean, come on, son. Shoot us for that. It's gonna be a cold summer. I got Louis from Paris. It's gonna be a cold summer for you. Listen, we got bulletproof trucks, man. We made for this shit, man. You crazy? I ain't trying to glorify the people. When they leave it or not, you see grass and all that. Look, you see grass and all that. This is like Compton back here. Shot my mom's crib up like 22 times. Fifth got shot 9 times in the back block. Man, get hit back here. You know, tried to kill my brother right here on this park right here. Shot my brother, yes. We out here.
All those back and forth, but nobody dropped yet because 50 Cent of them are not easily accessible. 50 wasn't the type of guy you would catch in the club, even though he raps saying you can find him in the club. 50 moved militant, no unnecessary pop-ups and heavy protection around them, from the bulletproof trucks to the ex-Marines and military personnel he had as security. Even WAC 100 attest to that.
You don't see him unless they want you to see him. And even if you do see him, when you see him, you can't get to him. They played with us on purpose. Like, yo, WAC 50 he gonna be at the SLS hotel. What? Yeah, little bar area over there. He gonna be coming down. We through there. This one is on. He pulled up in this SLS hotel, coming that like 10 of us. We coming in this and I stop. I'm looking around.
Style and substance in the GMC Sierra. Or get a total value of over $11,500 on this Sierra 1500 model when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
This winter break, stay warm and cozy while furthering your education with Sophia Learning. For only $99 a month, access 70+ college-level courses designed to transfer for credit. Sign up today.
I'm like, something don't seem right about this scenery. Man had about 8 Navy SEALs. This shit in the air is moving with the tactical head. They see this nigga got the moving. They position around us to look back at us and smirk. Yeah, we ain't got no win with that. See you later, He did that on the West Coast. He did that. Like, that's what I'm saying. Took a bag.
So it was all cat and mouse game between both camps till he came time for 50 Cent and Akon video shoot in Bayonne, New Jersey.
Listen to this.
On October 22nd, 2007.
I told you about this.
50 Cent's third album, Curtis, had just dropped on September 7th, 2007. And he had to shoot videos for the single. Henchman, who is thirsty for blood, is waiting on them in the parking lot nearby, ready to ambush with a silencer on his pistol. His adrenaline was all the way at 1,000, and he had accidentally let off a shot in the car, causing it to jam and malfunction while they were following one of 50 security team members from the shoot.
With respect to this incident, walk us through what happened.
We had found out that they were shooting a video. G-Unit was shooting a video somewhere in New Jersey, in Bayonne. And so we went over there. And when it was over, we followed one of the cars leaving there, which was the bodyguard. And on the way back to New York, and right before the Holland Tunnel, we ended up right next to him where Jimmy tried to shoot out the back window, but the gun jammed and it didn't go off.
When you got off the ramp, you said Jimmy tried to shoot.
Yeah.
What weapon did he use?
The same machine gun.
The machine gun he used to shoot Yayo's mother's house.
Right.
It's the one with the silencer.
Right.
What did you hear?
I heard a sound because after it like jammed, he was trying to, I guess, fix it, and it went off in the car. It shot through the floor. Sounded like a thud or something.
Damn.
Luckily for 50 Cent of them at the time, the plot wasn't successful. G-Unit dropped their Terminate on Sight album in July of 2008, their second and last commercial drop as a unit. This was, in my opinion, their best collaboration as they all went super hard because people were starting to lose interest in their music. The album debuted at number 4 on the US Billboard 200 with sales of 102,000 copies in its first week. The Game drops LAX album on August 26, 2008, and it debuted at number 2 on the US Billboard 200, selling 238,000 copies in its first week. My Life, featuring Lil Wayne, was a dope single, and Game has completely abandoned his G-Unit attacks on WAP. 2 years go by, and Henchman gets information that Lodi Mack, who took the rap for Yayo, was coming home from prison. Slim, a member of Jimmy's crew, was locked up with Lodi Mack, but Lodi had no idea, and Slim befriended Lodi's bunkmate, who then
did you commit that caused you to be detained in federal custody?
Someone's done.
Drug crimes and murder.
When did the murder occur, approximately?
2009, September.
And where did the murder occur?
In the Bronx, New York.
If you know, who was the victim of the murder?
Lowell Fletcher.
Did he have any nicknames?
Lodi Mack.
Did you participate in the murder alone or with others?
With others.
Can you please name for the jury who the others are who participated in the murder?
Brian McLeod, Derek Grant, James Roseman, and Rodney Johnson.
What was Roseman's role in the murder?
The orchestrator.
What was Grant's role in the murder?
The shooter.
What was McLeod's role in the murder?
He lured the guy dead.
The guy is Lowell Fletcher?
Yeah.
And what was your role?
The driver. 50 Cent drops his 4th studio album, Before I Self-Destruct, on November 9th, 2009. The album sold 160,000 copies in its first week, debuting at number 5 on the US Billboard 200, giving 50 Cent his 4th consecutive top 5 album in the US. Around this time is when 50 started pivoting into films, making mini movies with the Crime Wave video and also the Before I Self-Destruct DVD. He'd been putting out visuals way back, but I believe this is when he started taking it up a notch. Back to the Henchman and the 50 beef. After the hit on Lodi Mack, 2 years go by. It's now 2011, and Jimmy was arrested along with his guys who eventually told everything.
Now, the funny part is, which they're kind of leaving out, everybody was looking at 50 Cent like, yo, you ain't gonna retaliate for your man. It's like Slide for Vaughn type shit, right? Like, yo, you're not gonna, bro, like the streets know you're not gonna slide for your man. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you know, I guess hindsight's 2020. Everybody look at 50 and say he was incredibly smart to not retaliate because essentially, you know, this guy got locked up.
That I showed here. Each side started pointing the finger at each other. Jimmy said he only wanted them to bring him Yayo and Fletcher.
But that's what they're saying.
So he got
They're
locked up
saying
drugs at
50
first, and then he
Cent.
went down for murder for hire.
That's what they're saying.
But he
They're
always
saying
contested
50
the murder for
Cent
hire shit. He claimed that he
told-
never wanted to murder no one. And when they said, well, what about you know, seemingly wanting to get with the guys who slapped your son? He was like, nah, I just want him to bring them to me. And I wasn't going to do nothing.
To shoot them.
You believe that?
Brian McLeod to kill Lowell Fletcher. You know, one of the things that I did ask Brian McLeod to do was I asked him to
That's
bring
what they talking
Fletcher
about.
or Yayo to me. So took it upon
They talking about that boy 50 told and got him locked up.
That's his op talking, Jimmy Henchman.
Here's the most important thing out of this whole thing. I'm not the murderer here. The murderer in this whole situation is home. All he had to do was point the finger at me, and he went home. And I'm in jail for life when I never hired him to kill anyone. So, you know, OG Jimmy the Rat.
What 50 was referring to was the case Jimmy had in Cali back in the day. The New York Daily News also reported on it. But in an interview with the person that was allegedly snitched on, he claimed something totally different. The Game dropped his 4th album, the Red Album, in August of 2011. The album debuted at number 1 on the US Billboard 200, selling 98,000 copies in its first week, with singles Red Nation and Pot of Gold. Jimmy was subsequently convicted in 2014 and sentenced to multiple life sentences, both running a drug operation that brought in $11 million a year and also for the murder for hire plot on Lodi Mack. There's been this long-running rumor that Henchman had something to do with Tupac robbery and shooting.
Yeah, so the same guy supposedly had told people to go rob Tupac, and that's also a big thing.
Back in the day. But I didn't
remember Tupac got shot like 4 or 5 times. They're saying he instructed people to go rob him.
Anything to corroborate that claim. What I did find on Jason Williams' superseding docs is where it states cooperating witness number 3 further end Roseman's trust when In 2005, he shot rival rap producer Suge Knight at Roseman's behest inside a crowded nightclub in Miami, Florida. That was at Kanye West party.
Damn.
The cooperating witness number 3 was
In
none
Miami?
other than Trigger Happy Tough.
They shot Suge
50
in
dropped
Miami.
Hold On in 2014.
Couple minutes.
In reference to
We're almost
the
out
case.
On the phone, I heard they smacked the shit out of kid. Now Jimmy got life. Go smack him again.
50 holds
my
grudges,
God.
and I don't blame him. Somebody lost their.
So
have you heard about Florida's best deal ever for Smile Makeovers? For a limited time, you can save up to 55% off your porcelain veneer smile makeover.
So basically, the dude got life over his.
Trigger Happy Tough. 50 dropped Hold On in 2014.
Couple minutes.
In reference to
We're almost
the
out
case.
here.
On the phone, I heard they smacked the shit out of kid. Now Jimmy got life. Go smack him again.
50 holds
my
grudges,
God.
and I don't blame him. Somebody lost their.
So basically, the dude got life over his kid getting smacked.
Jimmy got
and
life,
50
go
then
smack
raps.
him again.
I heard Yayo did blah blah and smack somebody kid. I heard a nigga got life. Just go smack it again. Like, oh my God, this guy's like
life situation.
Sneaky niggas spray that semi at your mama crib with a silence so we couldn't even hear the shit.
Throughout the years that followed after Inchman's incarceration, the game has made numerous attempts to reconcile with 50, but Fifth is not ready or willing to be buddy with him. They eventually chop it up in the club, while Fifth was in LA. Notice the guy to the left of 50 looking around. That's Monster.
That's Monster right here. Wow.
Adverse Tam on the next brand risk card.
I knew that was coming.
The beef between 50 Cent and Jimmy Florida. That was at Red Nation.
We couldn't even hear the shit.
Throughout the years that followed after Inchman's incarceration, the game has made numerous attempts to reconcile with 50, but Fifth is not ready or willing to be buddy with him. They eventually chop it up in the club, while Fifth was in LA. Notice the guy to the left of 50 looking around. That's Monster. He was one of Inchman's main target. His house was shot up, bulletproof truck blown up during the height of the beef, so his antennas were raised, and he kept his head on a swivel. Can you imagine how big they would have been if Inchman wasn't in Game's ears? That whole beef split up the fan base, while also generating a buzz for their albums. In the end, 50 diversified into film and television, and the game is still the game. And Inchman is doing life.
I want to apologize to the massive for.
Now, this is one of the saddest videos I've ever seen, chat. I actually forgot this video. So when Jimmy Henchman got sentenced to life, he basically made a video in his cell. Clearly had some recording device. And this is sad.
Letting these sucker ass niggas catch me out there like that. I talk about suckers. I'm talking about those who perpetrated to be.
He meant perpetrated.
Either my friend who were wearing wiretaps, who got on the stand and lied. Man, I want to apologize to those that I let down for letting some suckers play me. And I just want you to know, man, that I didn't know.
So who won in this war? Let me know what
You
you think in
never
the comments,
know.
man. Until
You,
next
that's
time.
the thing. You
Peace.
never know, nigga. That's
Really
the thing
interesting
about
situation,
this
Chad.
shit when
I
you out
kid you
here,
not.
boy. You never fucking know, boy. You never fucking know.
That apology.
That's why
it's
it's
like
the
it's kind of
fucking
eerie,
game,
Chad. I'm
nigga.
not even gonna lie to you. This is the apology that Jimmy
fucking-
Henchman does when he after he pretty much gets slammed. And not gonna lie, it's kind of cryptic, chat. Listen, here's a full one.
And I want to apologize. I want to apologize to the massive for letting these sucker ass niggas catch me out there like.
You never know, man. You never fucking know. I know that's how it ended. He's gonna play the little full extended little couple minutes it is, but we wrapping up right here. We're gonna move to the next when I come back. You feel me? In about 20 minutes. This is the lit house. You feel me? This is the lit house. Keep the light within you shining bright. You feel me? Fuck that shade. Get paid, and that's every single motherfucking day. Don't let these motherfuckers trick you out. Trick you off the motherfucking streets, nigga. Don't let these motherfuckers trick you out your position. Stay focused on your motherfucking mission. You feel me? Hustlers on a mission every day. Home Meat TV. We'll be right back here in a minute. Never forget, real niggas do what they want to do. Bitch niggas do what they can. Hoe ass niggas gonna talk about it, and fuck niggas gonna hate regardless. I promise you that. So do your shit to the motherfucking fullest, nigga, and do it capital and create a positive impact today and later. Fuck them haters. Get your paper straight like that. Yeah, man, you know, every single day.
I'm a hustler on a mission, grinding for that spot, a brand new pot to piss in, trying to school my partners home,
24/7.